Does that mean they can hear us now? Or?
Yeah, they can hear us, but
Uh,
we just want. Yeah, you can keep chatting. I just want sound confirmation, and then we'll officially start.
Alright.
What's going on, everyone?
I'm just going to host your channel. That's all.
Yeah, let's
Thank you.
It actually works for once. Damn, I look sexy. Oh, shit. Oh, man, that's echoing.
Or one of you has the sound up.
I'll mute that.
On.
Yeah, that's me.
Mm.
That'll be me. If I pause that, that'll run with the chat, eh? And then I can like, have someone
Yeah, you can pause and just keep the chat
still
open.
interact with the chat, yeah.
Yeah.
You could just download an app, put it on the side, man.
Would
Come
you
on.
like to watch? Yes. Download the app. Oh, you mean pop out the chat?
Wait, I'm in the middle, aren't I?
Yeah. Well, 16 viewers already. What's up, people? Can we get sound confirmation on myself, Yiggs, and Ravenboy,
I'm
please?
in the middle, aren't
I'll be right back.
Yeah.
Did you just say 600 viewers?
16. No, dude, I'm not at that level yet.
Let's roll that 600, man. TW numbers.
How about yourself,
Of
Yiggs?
course.
When you're hitting verified partner?
I don't know, man. Stream is a blase for me.
This looks a bit more professional. If I have my Pepsi Max in a mug, right? I'm glad you mentioned that, Abby.
But cheers, mate. Cheers.
You're down there, right?
Dude, put it in the other hand and go
Yeah,
the
go,
other
go.
way.
Hey, can you give it to me, Yiggs? Just up that way,
Oh,
right?
yeah, I got you.
No, opposite. I'm on the other side.
Dude, Peter, you have to go down.
Yeah, I gotta go this way. Right?
No, the other way.
No.
Oh lord.
Have a
Wait,
drink,
what?
mate.
Oh, it's all mirrored. All right, here you go. Yeah, give it. Yeah,
Want a drink, mate?
yeah,
No,
yeah,
dude,
thanks.
you guys are going by the Discord windows. You gotta go by the stream.
Cheers.
No.
Cheers.
Yeah, I'm
mate.
watching the stream, man. No,
Stop.
you're not meant to pull your cup back out. You gave it to me.
Oh, right.
Yo, Stuckles, since you're the only one answering, can you give us sound confirmation? Oh, sounds good. All right.
Sounds good.
This is what you guys have to look forward to tonight.
Just me laughing for 80 minutes.
All sorts of jungle hijinks.
All right. If we sound good, we'll officially get us going.
We don't need to be on the Facebook anymore. I'll just
Yeah.
logging out of that.
Do you log out of Facebook at home, man?
Hey?
Do you log out of Facebook at home?
Yeah, like on the computer. Why? What's wrong? Why?
So paranoid, man.
Yeah,
Just,
dude.
I don't use it. I don't use it to talk to you, Yiggs. If you're here, man, I don't need it.
All right, we
Stop
are
us.
good to go. 3, 2, 1, boom. Welcome everyone to episode 22 of the Beast Dance. I am your host, the Beast. Abby, what's good? What's happening? Thank you for tuning into the 22nd version of this. Who knew we'd come so far? On today's episode, I got some special guests. Took them fucking ages to get onto this podcast, but finally here. All the way from Queensland, Yiggs. What's good, Yiggs?
What's going on? We've been busy, so we've always been wanting to do this.
Nice. No, very much appreciated. And Ravenboy, what's up, my dude?
I'm good, man.
Good.
Is that it? What's that?
Thank
Excited
you.
to be here, boss.
Nice. Thanks for tuning
I was
in.
beginning to think that you didn't want Brisbane on the podcast.
No, dude.
Oh, that's not true. We had Baxter on there, right?
Yeah, true.
True. Yeah. He, dude. Oh, thank God, he saves me there. Yeah, we've had some Brisbane guys, but yeah, It's good we can finally do this with some OG Tekken Brisbane guys.
I'm OG now. Damn.
Dude, yeah, I like to think.
Used
I
to be a
mean,
vet. I've been around, yeah. Plus 10 years, I think that's OG.
yeah, I think everyone in this podcast today is OG.
Yeah. I'm over 30 now. Jeez, I'm getting old.
Oh, dude, age aside, it's all about when you started. I mean,
Yeah.
well, we all. I think Yiggs is Tekken wise is the oldest here. It's Tekken 3.
Shit.
Yeah. You could say.
Jeez.
Like, I played Tekken 2, but not competitively.
Wait, is there censorship? Like, if I swear, is that bad?
No, you good. Just
Alright, sweet.
no,
Don't go crazy like Dion crazy, right?
yeah. Yeah.
Keep it PG rated.
I think I got flagged. I think I got flagged for that episode. So
Who would have done that?
yeah.
Dion. Just wants to see the world burn. Just staring.
Yeah, that's classic Dion. Anyway, like before we get started, let's get the intros out of the way. However long or short you want to make them, give us some backstory on you guys, how you got into the FGC, and since Tekken is our game of choice, how you got into Tekken as well. Start with you, Ravenboy.
Oh, me. Okay. My story is funny because like I actually hated Tekken growing up. I didn't actually enjoy it. I used to think it was slow and boring. Really despised it till I was 18. I started university, like left my hometown, moved to Brisbane to study, and actually played Initial D3, which is the racing game. I had like an 8-hour break between my morning lecture and afternoon tutorial, so I spent a lot of time just playing that at the arcade. But with that, it's like if you get 3 wins, you have to pay to keep your winning streak going. So I stopped playing that and found out that Tekken is like unlimited as long as you keep winning. So like I started playing Tekken, and yeah, that's it. Oh, and then like I saw Raven, the character, and thought, what a beast. So like, because he reminded me of a Mortal Kombat character, and I picked, yeah, that's pretty much it. And then these guys thought I was homeless. They thought I was like a homeless black dude in a hoodie with a bloody hole in the back. And I remember like some chick, like Z, shouts to Z, but like she thought she must like in the group. She goes, "I thought you were homeless," when I introduced myself. I think all these guys like Yiggs and Caddy and all that must have thought I was like some homeless.
We thought you were a homeless Aboriginal, dude. Honestly.
Like this guy, right? Axe. I don't know, like if you know Axe, the Lee Challen player, really tall Asian dude. He goes, "What's your real name, Ravenboy?" And I said, "Oh, it's Peter O'Flanagan." And he goes, "That's a weird name for an Aboriginal." Oh, I'm not even fucking Aboriginal. And my face, I must have just like twisted up, and he shit his pants, like on the spot. And he's like, "Oh no," because they don't even know me.
Holy hell, dude! What stereotypes are Brisbaneites trying to portray upon the average person?
I mean, it's just,
It was
he
like
walked
really
in.
good back.
He was always wearing the same thing back then too.
Yeah, it was just a hoodie. It was cold in summer, man. But yeah, I was just like, they thought I was like this homeless dude. I was just a poor uni student. Didn't know anyone, didn't have any friends. I'm from a country town.
Yeah.
And I just like was killing time and studying engineering. And then
Sorry, what arcade was this at?
this is the main one in Brisbane, so
Okay.
replay at the time. Yeah, so
Replay.
replay. So yeah, I just used to go there because QUT was also in the city.
Yeah.
And then eventually I did move to the city, so I was just like, I was always there. And they just thought I was like some homeless dude hanging around the arcade and just button mashing. Because I didn't know how to play. I was completely self-taught. They nicknamed me Random Boy because I was like legit just
I
pressing
didn't do
4
that.
buttons. I would be like mashing and key charging and going, stop doing that. Like that's how bad I was when I started. Because I was like just a Nintendo kid growing up, like always played like Legend of Zelda and
Hey, give me internet fist bump.
stuff. You're this way, right? Yeah, I got it this way. A bit late.
Yeah.
But then just legit just played Nintendo. Because like I think we had similar, upbringings, like big families.
Yeah.
Nintendo 64 was a choice for controllers. So
Yeah.
I had 4 other brothers growing up, so yeah. Just played Nintendo the whole time.
Same, 100%. You came out with Ravenboy, or did the scene give that to you?
It was weird. It's like a bit of both, because I never had a gamer tag. It was like I just used to call myself Pete. Like my initial D card was literally called Peter, only 5 characters long.
Yeah.
And then the idea was I was looking at the customizations for Raven. I used to have the Raven mask and the Raven wings, and the idea was like this superhero name, because I was thinking, oh yeah, I was picturing like Batman in my head. So I picked up the superhero named Ravenboy. But I was like just switching between names the whole time. And then like you remember Balls?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was like the first time I'd won at replay, and I had a win streak of like 3 and I beat Haichi, Balls.
Oh my
That
goodness.
guy that used to work at replay who played Lei Wulong, he was like
Oh,
third.
Dropkick Murphy or something.
Yeah, and then Balls again, and then I eventually lost to Haichi. But the whole time Balls was like Ravenboy. And
Nice.
I
It just
like
stuck.
that. So I was button mashing the whole time, but you know, I guess no one knew Raven at the time, and yeah, I'm like, oh, that sounds nice, and that was the one I ended up sticking with. I cannot remember any of the other names I had back then, though. Like,
Okay.
You had the great Mega Man.
yeah, Tekken 6 they actually censored boy, so I couldn't call myself Ravenboy.
It
And
was
Really?
B-O-U-Y,
yeah,
wasn't it?
so 6.0 they censored the word boy.
They censored boy.
Yeah,
Boy and girl.
and fish, like catfish.
Yeah, fish.
So my temporary name during 6.0 was like the Great Manga Man, which is like a play on Mega Man. I don't know. It was like it was funny because people were like, "I've never heard of the Great Manga Man before," and I'm like beating people. I was Ravenboy.
Who's this?
Yeah. So yeah, and then BR came out. They removed boy censorship, and I could go back to Ravenboy.
Nice.
But yeah, that was a temporary alias.
I'm sure it had.
Didn't you run B-O-U-Y for a while?
Yeah, but it looked stupid, so I dropped it.
Boy.
Like yeah,
Like
Zero
on-
didn't
on
work
the
either,
ocean?
so I couldn't do anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know. It was weird name.
Sure it had no impact on your performance.
Yeah, and then my Ganryu card was called Captain Sushi, so he was like the sidekick of Ravenboy. That was like my fantasy land when I was like a filthy casual playing dress ups
Was.
and Tekken 5. Captain Sushi and Ravenboy.
Sounds like we can get some real Tekken lore going with that.
Yeah.
Oh, there's heaps of lore.
Take
Oh,
notes,
man,
Harada.
Brisbane, man, there's a whole revolution and everything. Oh no.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that.
All right, yeah.
We'll get to that. If you're done with your, we'll get to that. Yiggs, yourself. Intro into the scene. Tekken.
I guess I think the first time I played Tekken was when I was very young. I was in Canada actually, on a cruise for my auntie's wedding or something, and like that auntie flew us over. I was supposed to be like the ring boy. Like they never ended up getting married, but like we ended up on a boat with Tekken 2 on it.
Wow.
And I made law, like, and then my uncle had a PS1. And I played law for the longest time. Came back to Australia because we were there for a few months. And, like, I'd stopped playing. I played Street Fighter 2 and Mario and stuff. Nintendo boy as well, you know?
Yeah.
And, like, I'd frequent arcades at Sunnybank. It's the Asian place. And we had a Market Square. Used to, like, play 20-cent Street Fighter 2 Champion, like, hacked editions and stuff at the video store. And, yeah, I think it was grade 8. My friend John, he came back from Malaysia with, like, a fake copy of Tekken 3. And, yeah, we got into it. We just started having mini tournaments with the group of friends and stuff. And then I guess the rest is history. Like, I found out about Tekken Zaibatsu and, like, just I beat all the friends. And, yeah, eventually, like, wagging school and stuff and ended up at replay as well. I guess that's what happens to all of us, right? Yeah.
Except for the wagging school, but that's on you. How about entry into like the FGC? Like,
kind of like Ravenboy. Like, I think it would have been about first year uni. That I lived in the city as well. My girlfriend at the time, we had a place there, and I was at replay all the time.
yeah.
Yeah, and I think, like, shortly after I entered, I went to my first OHN. I think it was the 7th one, if I'm not mistaken. OHN 7. What are we up to now? Like 16 or something?
Was that the one where me and Jono met the Queensland guys for the first time, or probably the year before?
I'm not sure. Might have been
Yeah.
the year after you
Yeah,
guys met.
but-
Oh, either one.
Yeah, it's been so long ago. Because I don't know
Yeah.
if you guys remember Cyrax,
Yeah, of course.
the King OG player. We went the
Really?
year after him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is it? Am I old if I remember him?
Yeah, of
No,
course.
dude,
I actually remember him beating everyone in Brisbane. And
I ended his streak, by the way, if you didn't know.
So he came to Brisbane?
Yeah, he
Yeah,
came
it
to
was
Brisbane
ages
for a
ago.
visit.
I would have been like 3 weeks old when I started, like
Yeah.
still mashing, and because I used to think like, oh, catfish and balls and shukudo and yiggs and that were like, unbeatable, and then Cyrex came along and just got like
He
a
beat
thing.
all of us.
Yeah, and I was just like, holy mo-. It's like, you know, like if it was an anime, man, it's like I just saw Vegeta or something.
You're the farmer
struggling-
from.
I'm struggling to fight Raditz, and Vegeta could just come along and smoke them all.
Oh, man, you're the farmer from episode 1.
But yeah, I was just like, holy, what's going on?
No, but breaking throws weren't a thing back then. Because
Yeah,
Cyrus
I didn't know
went
what was
king.
going on.
Yeah, he was wave dash into Shining Wizard. Just I've never seen that before.
Yeah, Tekken's a weird thing, isn't it? Like when you think about like the old meta and making up the meta as you go and stuff.
Yeah, I remember like my first year at the arcade. I still got a few videos from there. I go back and look at myself and I'm like, Jesus Christ.
I only
Jeez.
got one match of Tekken 5
Yeah.
I got on tape, and Yiggs hates it because it's of me beating him.
You probably post it every time.
I actually showed it on my stream last night.
Man.
It's a good one, man. It's a proud
Yeah,
moment.
it's a pretty good one. It's a
First
pretty
time
good
I
one.
beat Yiggs too in tournament, like in anything. I've never beaten him casuals or anything. And it really made him angry because leading up that week, I said, I think I'll beat you this weekend. He's like, man, go away. You know, piss off. And I actually did beat him.
I need to see,
Whatever.
I need to see this vid.
Every dog
Oh.
has its day, man.
Do you want me to put it's silent movie, man? That's how old it is. There's no sound. Back from the silent movie era.
Well, we
See,
can link it in the like links and related links after the
I
podcast.
got that on speed dial, man. I got you.
Yeah, that's a
Control
good idea.
1.
Control. Got on my clipboard.
So it was like that's interesting. Was Cyrax like the first? 'Cause,
Into data that I'd seen, yeah.
because you know every scene has their like moment where they realize,
We're
I-
not the only ones.
yeah, you're not the only ones, or
No,
like,
I think no, yeah. We had some random Japanese dudes that would just smoke us all day long, like just for free.
Mhm.
But like we never talk to them because they don't speak English. But just there's kind of like an unspoken understanding that like this guy's untouchable, sort of thing, you know.
yeah,
And I think the first interstater that we ever met was either Kelly or it was Erk's.
Erk's.
Sayuk,
I got a funny
Sayuk and
story about
Gary.
X.
Mm.
Insane.
Is this when you beat him on New Year's?
Oh, man, I got plenty of good stories because it's like I can remember everything, and like I don't want to go on a side.
no,
tangent here.
do
Alright, so
do
the
whatever.
first time I'd ever met Erx, like, you know how they're like head-to-head cabinets. So it wasn't Erx the entire time,
Mhm.
but yeah. So he was the like at the time apparently like the best 5.0 Nina in Sydney or something.
Yeah, I had heard the
level,
same when I went to OHN.
Everyone knew of him and stuff, but see, like, I wasn't part of arcade fan. I was just some random homeless Aboriginal guy hanging at the arcade, right? So no one knows who I am. And one more, like I used to just go to the arcade and like I just wanted to play because my goal when I started playing Tekken was save up for the 500,000 gold Raven bars and 300,000 gold Raven wings. And the logic was if I lose, I get 250 gold, and if I win, I get 1,000 gold and another go. So if I do that like 1,000 times, I could eventually finish my Raven costume. So that was my logic. I wasn't scared to fight anyone. I just wanted to get gold.
Mm-hmm.
And finance wasn't an issue, so I was just sinking coins in it. Like it used to be $1 back then. Anyway, so I come in the arcade and I just like, CPU, I'll just play CPU. And then I got a challenge, and it was like, I don't know his name, but it was like the Indian King guy. Yiggs, you know him? Friends with Haichi or something? Maybe he's Asian.
yeah.
Yeah, it was him, Haichi, and Erx. I didn't know it was Erx. I just thought, it's just some dude. They sat down the other side and they challenged me, and I picked Raven. And I for some reason I didn't use my card that day or something. Maybe because it was like CPU, but I didn't have my card. And what I was doing, I was playing Raven and Ganryu and alternating, and I got like a 5-win streak on them. And then on the 6th turn, I accidentally picked Asuka because it's like Raven, Asuka, Ganryu. So I typoed my character select, picked Asuka, and I remember like Rano, if you know who Rano is, he was there, Muete or something like. He was watching and he's just like sees the 4-win streak or something and looks at the other side and he made the weirdest face like because it's like Erx was like, so I got like a 4 to 5 win streak. Erx says it was apparently sharing games or something, but I got a 4 to 5 win streak. I just assumed it was Erx the whole time.
Yeah.
And then I picked Asuka, didn't know how to play Asuka, lost, and then I said, "Oh, I gotta go to uni," and left. And then later that afternoon, I come back after doing classes, and Yiggs comes in. He's like, "Oh man, guys, there's gonna be a surprise guest today. He's like the best Nina player from." Oh man! And I'm like, the only person I had at the time was Jason drop pants for food because we were both outside. He was from Blaney in New South Wales, and we're country boys, so we like sort of clicked and hang out, and we're both going to QT. So we were in our corner, and Yiggs is like, nice guy. Yiggs, oh hey guys, come and meet this guy. He's like the best. And I go, where is he? And he points at Erx, and I go, oh, I beat that guy 5 times. And Yiggs is like, fuck off, Ravenboy, you're so full of shit, man. I go ask him. I beat him 5-0. Rano was there, and he goes, oh righto. And then Jason looks at me and goes, whoa, man, you beat that guy? And I'm like, yeah, I'm not talking shit. And I just see Yiggs walk into the distance, and Erx is sitting next to the cabin with all the people because they're all talking to him. And I just see Yiggs tap on the shoulder, say something. Erx looks at me, looks back at Yiggs, nods. And then Yiggs walks back and goes, fuck Raven. And then Yiggs dead set says, I don't want to meet this guy. And he lost 5.
Holy hell.
I like crush Yiggs.
It's like you meet this legend and he's not up to par.
He lost the Ravenboy 5.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, but like there's tons of stories like that in Brisbane, and not even just about me. It'd be like ones about Nick Scorpion, Jub, drop pants with food. Like there's all these like side arcs and stuff. It's pretty weird.
Yeah, the same.
I'll tell you, man. If they ever made an anime about this,
yeah, I'm trying to.
It'd be the best.
I'm actually like trying to do a comic book, but it's like
be the best.
At the very least, a Brisbane documentary, please.
Oh, it's too hard. Like,
see, that's the thing, man. If I could go back in time, I'd have a camera and like.
Oh, dude, no, not just you. I think everyone. I
tried to, but these guys kept telling me to stop recording my scrubby ass Raven.
We didn't know about this. The Smash Bros one.
Yeah.
It's the best thing ever, man.
It's actually really, really good.
Yeah, no, like after seeing that, I'm like, man, I wish we would recorded everything.
Yeah. All we got is fucking Ravenboy beating Yiggs.
No, I recorded stuff, but you guys legit told me to stop recording it.
Dude,
I think it's fine. I'll record my own videos. You can't stop me doing that. But yeah.
I think you could do something similar with Tekken, like Aussie Tekken. It just have to be stories.
Yeah, just be like, interview Yiggs, and Yiggs like,
dramatic reenactments, man.
Just have this like
random. We got Dread Tech on standby for acting.
Just have whatever the story I was telling before with like random actors playing Yiggs and Erx, and some just like random dude just
Arndo and Ernie Dingo, man.
But yeah,
someone gave you a sub, man. Big Chopper.
Hey, the Big Chopper. Good on you, mate.
I was gonna bring up because you guys started around the time where Tekken an active Tekken scene in Brisbane must have been new, or you guys must have seen heaps of players like between your time.
Yiggs is older than me. He's seen a bit more than. I think I got in just in time to see the big boon during Tekken 5. But Yiggs probably knows more about them. Different perspectives.
Tekken 4 was pretty big in Brisbane. Hey,
really?
I think the top players were like Shotokan was pretty good. Like Willis, Shook was really big. He was making all those combo videos and everything back then. Remember, like back in the Tony T days.
Like, 100%. Like if people don't know Tony T, he's an OG. I know he plays a game outside of Tekken. I think he has some Mortal Kombat history. But he used to be famous for his YouTube combo videos.
Yeah,
and they're still up.
Yeah, I think it was the biggest around Tekken Tag 1 where Brisbane still could compete and stuff. I think everyone went down to OHN before I went, of course. But yeah, Willis was like 12 years old back then. Just yeah, that's how.
Interesting. Man, I didn't know you had Brisbane Knights competing that early within the realm of OHN. That's interesting.
Yeah, I think we'd been around since the IRC days. If you ever went on there, Osnet, I think it was Pound Tekken, I think, or Arcade Pimp days. You know, like even before. That.
I remember Arcade Pimp, which I actually wanted to bring up. At some point during the podcast, we might as well now. Like the three main states, and I say main because they were the main Tekken scenes playing at the time. Obviously, like Queensland, New South Wales, and Victoria. Yeah, and we all had like Zaibatsu was like the go-to Tekken Mecca site to go to for like information, whatever, and like that's what Sydney used for as their hub. Melbourne used our own
Tekken.org.au.
Yeah, Tekken.org.au. Oh my god, the history on that site. I wish it was still up and running. But I'm assume the same is for Arcade Pimp. Who started that?
It was a guy called Argonaut. Scott, you might. He's still around.
I see him around.
But he went to Japan,
yeah, he did. Yeah, he's the wizard behind everything. I think he kind of put Australia on the map with Arcade Pimp, actually.
Interesting.
Because Arcade Pimp was where Tony T would release his videos as well.
Yep.
I think, and we actually had a lot of internationals post there as well. Like, I can't even remember, but it was big. Yeah, it was one of the top 10,000 sites on the webs on the internet back then.
Oh wow!
Which was like, internet was new back then too. Remember?
No, that's a big claim for back then.
Yeah, it was pretty big. Yeah, other than that, like Zaibatsu, yeah, they had Sydney. Sydney was really weird on Zaibatsu, man. Like, because I'd post there for the Ling stuff, and then you go on the Australian site, and they got all these rules for death matching and stuff. And, oh my goodness! Take a chill pill, bro.
I've got a story about it.
Let's hear it.
Oh, no.
Death matching.
Zayak doesn't remember it, but he's going to say this. I didn't even know who the guy was at the time, right? So, like, so he came to visit, and he's playing Julia. Like, I don't know, he's like 5th Dan Julia or something. I'm only 3rd Dan, 2nd Dan Ravenboy at the time. And, I guess he was thirsty for death matches or something, and I'm just a filthy casual, playing dress-ups. Anyway, so, like, you know how they got, like, replay downstairs, but they had, like, tops upstairs?
Funhouse, yeah.
Yeah, Funhouse.
Yeah, Funhouse.
Tops. Well, that's the old training grounds, man. That's where you go when you're not ready for replay. Anyway, so, like, because I just had started dating Teresa at the time, and she was pretty supportive of Tekken and stuff, and she wanted to, try it out and stuff. So, we're waiting for a movie, and she goes, "Oh, let's play Tekken," and I'm like, "Oh, okay." And I just go, "I don't want to. I'll just watch you play." So we put a like $1 in, and she gets on and plays Raven, and I'm just watching her, and then bloody Sayer comes up the list and sees me, and he remembers me from replay, and he comes down and challenges Teresa, and then I'm like, "Oh, okay," and then he goes, "Aren't you gonna play?" And I go, "Oh no, it's not my game." And then he goes, "Oh, like," so I'm thinking like, "Oh, I better fight this dude." And Teresa's like, "I don't want to fight him." I'm like, okay, so she gets up, and I just sit there, and he goes, "Aren't you going to use your card?" And I'm like, "I have no idea what's going on." Oh yeah, I suppose. He used my card, and I think I won the first game, and he rematched and won the second game, so we ended at one piece. And I go, "Oh, thanks for the games, bro." And I get up and start walking away.
I see where this is going!
He's so filthy. He was he goes, and I think he was dating Bill's sister at the time because she was there, and he looks at her and goes, "Typical Brisbane boys card." And I'm just like, I don't even know who this guy is. I'm just like, who is this guy? Because, like, we're going to watch a movie. So I'm just like, all right, you do you, bro. And I just walked off with Teresa. We go catch our movie.
Typical
I'm just thinking,
Brisbane,
like,
man.
what a wanker. And that was like my first interaction with Sayek. And like, yeah, he apologized about it, and he has no, like, he doesn't remember it. Like, he's
Yeah,
probably, because, like, I
dude,
brought it up.
dude,
But, like,
deathmatch culture, like especially in Sydney, that's you take that shit
yeah,
seriously, man.
I'm just there for the fucking goal to get those sick customizations, man. I don't know what deathmatching is and stuff. And I'm just thinking,
You
like,
might not remember, man. Like my first time in Sydney, I went down to meet Urx and Zoreen and them, right? Okay, at the time I was pen pals with Zoreen, actually, funnily enough. Like, she added me on Zaibatsu and talked and stuff. Anyway, so I was at the arcade. Like, it was early in the morning. I was traveling with family, and there was this guy called Rabbis back then.
Yeah, I remember that
Eddie
name.
Black, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Holy hell.
That fucking guy, man.
Yeah.
Like, I played him. I was like, "Oh, do you mind if I challenge?" Because we're polite back then, and you didn't just put your dollar in because it costs money.
Yeah.
But anyway, he was. I beat him a few times. Then he was on demotion, and he said, "Oh, like, if I give you $1, will you like not demote me?" And like, so I was like, "Oh, I don't know. We don't do this in Brisbane." In hindsight, I should have taken the $1 anyway. And like, I demoted him anyway. I felt kind of bad. And then Tuan,
Yeah.
Oh,
Holy hell, that's another name.
And like, I demoted him as well because I don't know if there were many Ling players back then, but yeah, I was doing back turn grabs and stuff and unbreakable.
Yeah.
And like, he would bloody talk to his card and stuff. Hey, that's how serious death matches are back then. Like, he'd stroke the screen, like, talking to Lily and stuff.
Yeah, he's a special case. He's a case on his own. Oh my god, we might have a podcast just dedicated just to him.
Yeah.
But yeah,
There was a stage where Tuan wanted to kill me too.
Holy yeah.
It's pretty hardcore.
But
Dropped out.
arcade culture was like a different thing. If you didn't experience it, especially with like the culture of deathmatching, it's quite. It might seem quite full on. I remember on Zaibatsu somewhere in the Sydney 3. All good. I remember someone had posted up like a rule set of Tekken etiquette and and it's just like 20 dot points long. I'm like, okay, all right, this shit is obviously taken serious here.
Yeah. Like, I remember like a Brisbane fellow was young. I think his name was Rex. He played Armor King. He went there for a holiday, and he was a card chicken in Brisbane. Like, he just doesn't care. And like, Brisbane didn't really enforce it. Like, it's a free country. Like, I think it was a bit split. Like, the older players were like, "Oh, you got to stay and wait till the promotion happens." But then younger blokes like me and Jason were like, "You can't make people do stuff. It's like you don't own the machine. You can't force people to spend money. Like some players were young, like high school kids, and they legit just don't have money.
Yeah, 100%.
You sort of feel bad watching balls going, "Oh, why'd you stop playing me?" And it's like some 17-year-old school kid probably spent his lunch money and he's out of dosh.
Yeah.
I was one of those guys too, because I didn't understand deathmatching culture, and I legit just didn't care. Like I said before, my goal was just to play dress ups and stuff, and I was just playing and trying to learn. And I remember one time, I reckon Jason remembers this story, but I was playing balls and I beat him with Raven, and then lost to Jason, and the balls beat Jason, and then I rematched balls, and instead of picking Raven, I picked Gan Ryu, and then he goes, "Why aren't you using your Raven for?" And I just go, "I don't know." And he just shakes his head. He's so filthy. He's just he's making this body language to sort of make me feel bad, but I just didn't care because I'm not from that time. I don't know what this etiquette is.
Yeah, balls is a bit extra as well. I love
Jason's just laughing because he's like me, but at least Jason could pick up the signals. I'm just this dumbass, oblivious to everything. Oh man.
Yeah, I mean, it just depends on the person. I mean, like in Melbourne, I think it's just because the group of people who went to our arcade were just we're all friends and we're all competitive, so that's why we be down for the death matching, but you know, it wasn't enforced. But yeah, you get your hardcore death matches, you get your card chickens, but you know,
It's still all here.
Yeah.
It's still there, like online, hey. Like, you got rank scrubbing and like, you know, scave scumming. Jeez, it's still there.
Yo, we got a link from CDC for the I think it's the etiquette.
The etiquette on the teaser.
Yeah. You keep going. I'll load it up. Let's see what.
Yeah, I was gonna say like, for me personally,
photo
like,
bucket,
I was
Jesus.
just sort of picking my fights because it's just, you know, it costs money to play, and there's no point me versing like Virtuoso Catfish and just getting smoked 3-0 and not learning anything. And
Virtuoso.
yeah, remember that, right?
Dude, it's yellow. I remember that, dude. That was
Wolf.
Yo, what you're talking about? Some OG ranks right now.
Yeah, so like, I remember, like, if anyone had it, like, that's how it was back then, eh? Because it used to go all the way like the 7th or 8th Dan before you got a name, and the pyramid was so small and so hard to rank up. Like, you had to win 3-0 just to get from first Dan to second, like 3 in a tug of war, and everyone was so bad back then, so everyone's sort of going 60-40, and then you had the people running, and like me, and like, so then it's like, just seeing some of a name rank, you knew they were legit. Like, there are 2 things that made people legit back then was like some sick outfit customization or a named rank, because then you're like, you never see that stuff. So that was like one flag when I saw Cyrex for the first time. He had like some rank that I'd never even seen in my life before on his king. I was like, holy dooly, like, I'm like, this guy's the best or something, like, and then he backed out. He won like 30 win streak, and I was just like, who is this guy? Never even heard of him before, never seen him before. But yeah, like, ranks were the real deal back then.
Yeah,
like,
100%.
Even the 3rd Dan was like considered good, because it means there was a bunch of 2nd and 1st Dans that couldn't beat you. I was a 3rd Dan, by the way.
I think I got up to Lone Wolf. I think.
Ooh, Lone Wolf. What, in
Lone Wolf?
2nd
Greens?
5 DR?
Yeah.
Probably. If you watch that video of me beating Yiggs, you'll see our ranks there.
Fuck off.
I think I had a 15 or something, but I don't think I kept it. Oh, I don't remember. My win rate was really bad. It was like 13%, and yeah, because I didn't really care, just trying to get the gold. And then what happened was I couldn't upgrade my card because I didn't know you had to put both cards into the slot. So I actually thought I lost my data on my first card.
Oh, dude, that was the worst. Like,
sorry
sorry to cut you off, but like for me especially, I think just on Marduk alone, I lost like the Melbourne guys know like over 5 cards and had to start again. It was ridiculous.
That sounds about right.
Yeah,
because the transfer wasn't 100%.
Yeah,
like, it was luck, man. RNG.
I remember someone lost their card data, but the techie actually knew what to do, because what happens is if the transfer doesn't happen, it still has a temporary save file on the machine.
The last 10.
So you still could save it. And I remember, I don't know who it was, but they were like really cut that they lost their like 3rd card of their character.
Yeah.
And then they actually put it in and got it back. So, but yeah, I'm so glad they got rid of that system, like multiple cards for characters.
100%. Oh, especially for me, it was a saving grace. It's funny because like there would be like accidental bugs as well. I don't know if you guys remember Ant-Man from the Melbourne scene. His card bugged somehow while he was doing a transfer. But what happened with him is like it ended up being a bonus because it gave him unlimited money.
Unlimited ghost.
Unlimited money. He literally could buy everything in one go.
We had people doing that too. Oh, you mean like his actual currency balance would never go to 0? Like,
it was just stay at 99. Like 99999.
Yeah. We had bugs where people would get like guaranteed ghost money. It was always the same figure, and it was every time they'd go in. It's not as good as Ant-Man's, but like I remember that being a bug. But yeah, and I remember like one like this. I don't know if shout out to anyone who knows this, but if you had a Tekken 5 card and you transferred it over to DR, you got all the colors for free.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Strat? Yeah, that's right.
We still had a 5.0 up in the tops, and like you had to like go and start there, fight the CPU, and then come down and transfer the data, upgrade the DR, save yourself like because each of those colors cost like 10,000 gold. And to put that in perspective, you had to like 1,000 gold for 1 win, so you had to win at least, and that's like, you know, if you lost, it's $1 for 250. Yeah.
These kids these days, man, they don't know.
They don't know. Way. Fight money is so useless.
$6 a card, you get 500 games on that card, and then you got to buy a new one,
You got,
and you got to risk transferring it onto the new one. If you fuck up, you lose your card, and you lose all your data. And it's just now you can fucking save scum and
no, I was about to say, like, the funny thing is, like, you know those really cheap items, they're really boring, like a baseball bat or a fan or something? That stuff would take you, like, hundreds of games.
Dude,
Yeah,
it would take so long.
And then you, like, wear that paper fan with pride. And someone's like,
There's no
really sick paper fan, bro. And like,
I know exactly. You were taking the biggest risk. I hope this item looks alright.
It's a
Yeah. That's the other thing. You
Yeah.
cannot see the items. I remember someone had, like, pictures of scans of all the items.
Someone
And
imported the Japanese magazine with all the
Yeah, so on Tekken 5DR, at least preview it. And I remember seeing the Raven mask and thinking, like, that's not a Batman mask. I got really sad. But I still stuck by that point.
Check this out, man.
Oh, you still got it?
This
Or?
thing?
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Yo.
Are you the guy
All
who-
the items and stuff, man. Yeah, I bought one of those.
Yeah, that's how you had to find out. Like, there was no preview, just the name of the item, the section, and the cost. And you'd be like, oh, yeah, like, some of the items you'd think, oh, that
Absolute
sounds
trash,
sick.
man.
And then you buy it, and it's like, Raven's wearing some bloody gimp mask over his face.
Mhm.
A fucking ball in his mouth, and you're like, what the hell did I buy?
My fight money.
Yeah. Oh, you feel bad if you bought something bad. And Tekken 6 was the worst, because then they had, like, colours as well. So you had
Yeah.
unique items of colours. So if you bought the wrong colour, you're like, there goes 300,000 gold.
You're dirty, man.
One thing I did like Tekken 6 for was I feel like it was the iteration that had the best customs.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I agree.
Mm.
The amount of layers and potential, like, even though it doesn't have as many options as Tag 2 and stuff,
Mm.
just the like, you had hands, you had inner body, upper body.
Yeah, feet.
So you had, like, because I remember Raven had chainmail, and then he could wear something over the top of the chainmail. Then he could wear gloves, and then he could wear, like, lower body, and then stuff on his hips, stuff on his back. Then you'd have face, eyes, head. You could customize hair. Like, it was such a huge jump. And then to see the Tag 2 customization was such a it was a big disappointment, but then I was sort of like, well, it makes sense because...
There's two guys on the screen.
Yeah,
man.
and then you're like, oh, obviously they got to free up some resources to, have 4 people run around on screen.
Yeah.
But then when Tekken 7 had the exact same customizations and there was even less of a selection, I'm just like,
Yeah.
what are you guys doing, man?
Yeah.
Like, I got really angry at that.
100%.
That's what mods are for, man. That's what mods are for.
100%.
Yeah. I was really cut about that.
Like
That's why I started.
Tekken's always been a good game, but like when it comes to first player content for like the casuals and whatnot in that area,
Where's my team battle?
I know. Such a good.
I got my 8 characters right here, man.
It's such a good mode.
Team battle, and then when you get the game, it's like literally the first thing, like, wait, Ravenboy, where the fuck is team battle? And I'm like, it's in there, man. Just go to offline. And I'm like, looking down, I'm like, yo, what the fuck?
Yeah, I know. I know, right? It's such a good mode.
Oh no.
Such a good mode. Oh, well, hopefully you'll learn the lesson in an upcoming version.
Oh man.
Alright, I wanted to bring up, you guys are pretty much mainly known for your character loyalties. Yiggs with Ling, Ravenboy is the name speaks for itself. Though you do play other players, like we all do at this stage, but
Well, I sort of had no choice. I was forced to do it, and then yeah,
and
it's like yeah.
And I was gonna say, Yiggs, you've got a little bit of fame, like internationally. Well, a decent amount. I don't want to put you on too big of a high, so especially on like on the Zaibatsu forums. You're well known for your Yiggs, you share tech, you're even a mod, which is hard to come by on that site. Fucking hell, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think. Oh well, I started in T3 like seriously, I guess, and like it was the demo summer demo, and it only had Eddie and Ling, and at the time like I was a law player, but like I don't like. There's two of you here, but like I chose the Asian girl over the black guy, and I've stuck with her since. So, yeah, a lot of people have heard this story before.
Well, no, well, it's new for the podcast, so just in case.
Tell a story, man.
Yeah.
I don't know the story. What are you saying?
Yeah,
Do you want to pick the
I didn't know this story.
No, I know the story.
I don't. I'd like to hear it.
No, well, like T3 demo had Eddie and Ling. I didn't want to play the black guy.
Yeah.
I chose the Asian.
That's
it.
Okay.
And back then, man, PAL at NTSC, remember? You remember that? PAL ran at 50 frames a second or 40. It was slower than the American version. So you had to import a pirated copy of Tekken to play it properly. So mod chips were a big thing back then, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But Ling's been good, yeah. Ling's kind of like the crazy ex that you always go back to, man. Like, it just Ling for life.
It's just you never left her.
Nah, I never left.
You mean she never left you, bro?
Oh well. You got transgender Raven, yeah.
Yeah, man. Like, I never had any of that bloody stuff. I was playing a bloke. What do you? Oh, yeah. Sorry, I'm just pouring a drink. Pouring right out for my fallen homie, classic Raven.
Did that hit you hard?
Well, I actually went through the 5 stages of death. I actually reached acceptance. That's why my roster belt is so large right now. Because I mean, I'm not the best of any character, but like I can play other characters to a point where I could beat most of Brisbane now. But oh mate, who won that match out of Ling and Steve? Yeah, that's
You're gonna keep going on about that one, man. Come on.
I bet. Look, put it this way: before Japan, I couldn't do that, right? Yeah, no response means yes. So anyway, but yeah, it's sort of like when Raven didn't come out in Tekken 7, I sort of was banking on the fact that there was no black people in 7.0, that there's a chance Raven would come back.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's like a whole thing, like, cause I moved to Japan and I was like,
I wanted to bring that up.
Oh yeah,
We can talk about it now. Yeah.
Yeah, so when I went to Japan, so Teresa got a job teaching English, like, business company and stuff. And, I don't, for those who don't know, my occupation is a financial analyst. So I do budgeting, forecasting for companies and stuff. Not at the moment, but that's what I used to do before Japan. So I quit my job. It was a permanent position. Went overseas and I used to study Japanese as well. And I'm like, this would be good because, like I'm rusty as, but maybe I'll, learn it to a business level and use it for my finance. Got there in September 2014, and in October they announced Tekken 7 location tests, and that plan just went out the window.
Mm-hmm.
Went to the location test. I lined up for the location test. Like, they had it on 3 days, like Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And I was dragging Teresa out there at like 4 o'clock in the morning to line up for the location test because what they were doing was like the first 50 people got these limited edition banner passes.
Oh.
So if Teresa goes, I get 2 each.
Yeah.
And we'll just like go in there and we'll line up. And it was like, JD Chinoy, like that's how I met some of the dudes that I made friends with while I was there because it was literally like other people who weren't Japanese who spoke English and you just be sitting in this line. Because the arcade, it was at Namco Sugamo. Like they had 3 location tests across. So they had like at the bus terminal in Fukuoka, the Namco Electric Town in Osaka, and the Namco Sugamo. Everyone knows Namco Sugamo.
Mm-hmm.
So you'd get there like 4 to 5. But at the start, it wasn't like that, right? Because you come in, like day 1, it was like, we rocked up at like, arcade opens at 10. I'm like, we'll go there early, get some breakfast. I've never been there before, find a way.
Mm-hmm.
Line up at about 10. We got about like 30 something in line. And we just got some Maccas or something. Oh, I got another funny story about that. A couple of funny. Hang on, I'll stick to the story. So yeah, in line up, I met JD Chinoy and blah blah blah, and I met a guy from Malaysia and a dude from like California as well. And like I have him on Facebook, but I haven't talked to him sort of, but like making friends. And it was like funny because like when you look at Tekken 7 now, you don't really care, but when I saw it, my fucking jaw dropped because it's just the slow motions.
It looks so good, man.
Initially.
Power Crush. Yeah, I was like, holy, this game looks amazing.
Mm.
But the character roster only had like there wasn't Shaheen, there wasn't Chloe yet. So the only new characters at the time was Claudia Katarina, and then the 7.0 characters before DLC. So it was like the roster was like 16 characters, and I didn't know how to play any of the characters.
Yeah, coming from Tag 2, that must have been a huge like decline in
so there
numbers.
was Yoshimitsu hadn't even come out at the time, so I think I picked Lars and lost 2-0. So I'd lined up for 3 hours to just lose in seconds or something.
Oh.
Got my banner pass, and you had to do a little survey just to say, "Oh, you like the game." I couldn't read it, so I'm just ticking boxes and shit. Just assume that side means really good. On the first day, I lined up again, lost again really quickly, and then the second day, I'm like, "Oh, I'm not going to line up again because it took hours to get another go because I only had and what you're doing is they're testing the online infrastructure between different areas. So we were playing people from Osaka and Fukuoka.
Okay.
And yeah, so it was actually pretty good. Like it was amazing to when you heard it's like, oh, you're actually playing people from across the country online on an arcade machine, which is like brand new. Yeah. So I was like, who am I even playing? I'm looking at everyone's machines. No one's playing me. So yeah, and then the next day I'm like, oh, we better get in there a little bit early. And holy moly, I'm glad we did because by Sunday you're getting there at 4 a.m. just so you can get that banner pass, man. Because people would just light it up so early. Like we were coming there at night time pretty much, and the only thing open at the time was Macca's, right? So there was a little McDonald's down the street from Namco Sugamo, and I got 2 funny stories about that. So I'm a gut, so I eat lots of food and shit. So I went to buy 10 sausage egg McMuffins, but I can't read the menu properly, and I actually bought the fucking griddles. What are they? The pancake ones?
The pancakes.
Yeah,
the pikelets.
Yeah, so it's like bacon, sausage, egg on a pikelet with raisins in it. And I bought
No way.
No. McGriddle is a sausage egg McMuffin.
It's a McGriddle. They're called McGriddles.
With pancakes as the bread. The rest of it is the same. The bread has like syrup crystals in it.
It's fucking disgusting, man.
Good, man.
It's like
it's good. You got no taste.
Just imagine an igloo, the McMuffin.
Yeah.
But instead of muffins, you got fucking 2 pikelets with artificial syrup balls in it.
That's a good feed, man.
That doesn't sound that bad.
I don't know. I don't like my sweets and savories mixed up. But I remember getting the first one out and fucking mouth forward, and I took a big fucking bite out of that motherfucker, and I was just like, "What the fuck is that?" And I'm like, I took it out of my mouth. I'm going, there's sausage and egg and stuff on it. I'm like, this is a muffin, right? And I'm like looking at it, and there's just like this giant M, like how they brand cattle.
Yeah.
So they got the big M logo on. I'm like, they never do that on muffin. Then I start inspecting the bread. I'm like sniffing it, and there's other people in line watching me because I'm at Namco Sugamo lining up on the staircase at this point, sniffing my fucking breakfast, going, "What the fuck am I eating?"
Mm-hmm.
So everyone's thinking, "Oh, who is this guy?" And then I had like these 10 things I didn't like, and I had to eat them all. So I ended up just fucking sharing them around the line. But then, like the other funny story about that McDonald's incident was because like Teresa was sort of like my interpreter because she studied Japanese, and I went to the bar. So we went to the counter. I'm like, yeah, get that, and then I went to the bathroom, and I come back down, and I just gone up to some random Japanese woman, put my arm around her, and said, "Oh, can you get me a Coke Zero 2, please?" And just some fucking middle-aged Japanese woman just looked at me, just scared for her life. And like, it's funny too, because I've just come up. So like, imagine this is the counter, and I've just come up like, just thinking it's trees, and I just come up and go, and I'll look down the fucking counter, and I seen Teresa on the other end, and then I'm like, wait, if you're there, then I'll look at and I'll make eye contact with this woman.
Oh
and she's like,
God!
Japanese woman, just don't kill me, like. And then I'm like, oh, sumimasen, shitsumishimasu. She's like, like, and I'm and Teresa's like, what are you fucking doing?
Oh
like,
man.
Shit. And that was literally like, week 2 in Japan. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna do that again. Like, oh my God. I thought I was gonna get arrested. And even the chick on the register was looking at me like, oh, stranger danger. Like, obviously she doesn't know who this black dude is. Like, holy shit. Yeah.
Holy hell.
Black man in Japan, eh? Big man in Japan.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I feel you there. Like, I'm not as bad as you, but.
Yeah. Oh my god.
So you ended up staying in Japan for how long?
18 months was the maximum stay for a
Yeah.
holiday working visa, so I did that.
Yeah, I think that was the first time I met you. Correct me if I'm wrong. When we came over for Master Cup.
No, I'd met you before, but you wouldn't remember me because I was just some filthy casual.
Dude, if it was at OHN, my memory,
Yeah.
my memory after the
oh,
first one is real hazy.
we would have known each other. Bloody Shoto cock blocked me, man. Because I think I just told you this story recently.
Shoto?
Yeah. Because Shoto went to Sydney, but he didn't enter OHN. He was there for family or something, and he didn't even pay to play. You're not even meant to play at the venue.
That. Yeah.
And you were playing. You used to play Roger Jr., yeah?
Me?
Like on the side.
Yeah.
So it was sort of like you're feeling me out, and it was like an OHN. I can't remember. It was would have been during Tekken 6, ages ago, and we actually had a set. It was like, I only played you once. I beat you Roger Jr. and you said to me like, "Oh, I've got no business playing my Roger Jr." And then
I think I remember saying that.
And you're going to play him with Marduk or something because like I've sort of like I've earned the right to fight one of your boxers.
It was like that back then, man.
Yeah, fuck off. That's not me at all.
And then what happened was before you could even rematch, like this, we only had one game, and then Shoto goes, "Oh, let me have a go, Abby." And like, and you're like, all right, and you got up, and then Shoto comes and like I traveled all the way to Sydney to verse Shoto, and then
Shoto is Willis, by the way.
And then I'm like, what are you even fucking doing, man? You didn't even pay.
Yeah.
And then I like played Shoto like once, and then I just walked away, and like, what are you doing, man? I'm trying to like make.
I'm just gonna do a quick PCA before you continue. If you go interstate. Please do not play this people from your hometown. Oh my god, it's my biggest pet peeve. It's my biggest pet peeve.
You catch flights and accommodation. You want to try
and play a few other people. Yeah, exactly.
I was really new too. I was like, I think it was my second major, like my second OHN, and like I'm thinking like, oh, man's another brother. I'm gonna say good day. And Shoto comes. Oh, I didn't really. I got nothing.
Mind if I have a go, Abby? Mind if I have a go?
You mind if I have a dance? But yeah, it's like that really annoyed me. Like,
I mean, like state rivalry was huge back then.
Oh,
like,
dude, yes.
Even the first time I met the Melbourne guys, there was a bit of animosity going on there. Jono actually called me a chink back then, man. Like, you guys don't know? Like this guy. Like it's not like that anymore. Like,
and then you became friends.
Yeah, friends, man. Like, but it was, yeah.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. Between certain states, there was some real like some real fire. Like, mostly just I'd like to think mostly competitive rivalry, but
no, like it was a little bit more personal back then because I remember I was traveling with Shook and Dracula and them, and they're like, all right, we fucking hate these guys. We're gonna beat them. We're gonna do this. And I'm like, oh yeah, okay, like yeah, I hate them. Yeah.
Oh wow, it's kind of just like, instilled onto you.
Yeah, like I didn't like really roll with it, but like I wasn't really friends with them. But you know, there was not many other people going, so you know, I went with them.
Yeah.
But like it was real. Like 5v5, they were salty.
Oh yeah, 5v5s used to mean something. I wanted to be on that team so bad. Like
it used to mean something.
Yeah.
Like I only wanted to play the Ling player, the Keats.
Yeah.
You guys know him?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all I wanted to. It's like same as like today. I only want to play against Ling players because
yeah,
honestly, I'm not too interested in other characters. Like it's a shame that there's none. Like Josky kind of
fell off. The old words, not mine.
Doesn't play anymore. Like you know, whatever. Like, but yeah, it's a shame. But 5v5s, man, they were beastly back then. Like people got killed back then. You don't know. These kids don't know these days.
Yeah, dude, there are some players that aren't around anymore because.
I heard stories like I remember. I don't know if it's a true story, but someone got stabbed at like a Parramatta arcade or something.
Well, for
yeah,
real?
that was Urx's arcade actually.
Someone got stabbed over a game of Tekken and died.
Holy hell, really?
And they shut it down.
That's how serious Tekken is in Sydney, man. That guy mustn't have read the rules.
No wonder, dude. I got the etiquette up here. I'm gonna read it after the podcast. Holy hell!
That's a real death match,
Dude,
man.
they had a real death match. Oh my god, poor dude. Yeah, no wonder they're so hardcore in Sydney. I mean, you'd have randoms.
He got demoted. He got demoted.
Rest in peace.
Shit.
Rest in peace.
Oh man, I never knew the guy or anything, but I remember hearing that story and I'm being like, damn, I gotta think twice. Oh, and we had, I don't know. Should I bring out, like, you remember Orlando and stuff? I used to be scared of them, man.
Goodness. I remember, because I posted something about Orlando, because we used to call them all sorts of names. Like, it was internet security, right?
Orlando, you're watching the stream, mate. I still love you, brother, and I never called you any of these
I called him, like, they were twins, and we called them the Mario
They
brothers.
weren't even twins.
And, like, they
That's
were
I
Mexican.
actually thought Rek and his brother were twins.
Oh, whatever. Anyway, called them Mario brothers, and, like, the next day at the arcade, like, one of the Viet kids must have told him, it's like, hey, Yiggs has been calling you Mario brothers. You know?
Oh no!
Comes on and says, "Oi, you've been calling me Mario? You fucking pinned me up against the wall and shit."
Holy shit!
Yeah, Brisbane's not that safe back then either, man. Like, I know Willis got stabbed at the arcade.
Jesus!
Did you guys know that?
No, I did not know
With a
that.
screwdriver.
Yeah, Chinatown, right?
Fucking
Chinatown,
hell.
yeah.
There used to be heaps of arcades, like, and it's funny because oblivious me from the country town going, oh, I'm playing real life Pokemon, going to all these gyms and challenging gym leaders who could stab me with a screwdriver any
That's
second.
real, man. That was real back then.
Dude, Melbourne has had like, dude, I can count on one hand, like confrontational incidents like that with just a random, but nothing to that degree. Like I remember like a big buff guy back in the Tekken 5 days that obviously couldn't play but get beat and just get up on people's faces, and it's just that was to the extent of it. But holy hell, fucking stabbings.
Yeah.
Yiggs, back in the day, most of Auckland wanted to give you a hiding. I mean, you guys would get in line. Hey, Sydney bloody hated me back then. Cause,
Look at Yiggs' smile. I mean, Yiggs got a smile that you love to hate, don't you? And then the worst feeling is when you don't beat him, it just grows even bigger. I think my trademark is my laugh. It puts Nick on tilt. Like, well, I don't mean it's just a laugh. It's like in country towns they call it the jungle laugh because usually all the dark fellas have it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
I think that's why that Chicago guy hates me. Just they were trash, man. New Zealand was trash back then. They're pretty good now, but we used to talk so much trash to them on TZ.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think like as far as rivalries, I think Sydney had a rivalry with every state at one point, just because.
well, Sydney was the pinnacle, right?
Yeah. Sydney was. Well, they hadn't lost the OHN until Dion won.
The one,
yeah,
the one with the infamous no Sydney in top 8.
No.
That's right. Dion beat MMT.
Yeah, Dion beat MMT. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Wish it was the infamous no top 8.
No, I mean Sydney's always
Yeah,
had imports and everything. Hey,
But that was a big deal. It was like a handing of the torch or something that time. Like,
Yeah, and Dion worked hard for that. Like he will tell you.
yeah.
I heard the story. I
Yeah.
watched the other podcast.
Yeah. But dude, even like we brought it up. Like every state has had their import except Melbourne. Well, until recently.
Melbourne.
No,
Melbourne,
dude. All right. That kind of counts, but he's.
You guys had imports before we had imports. Morimo was our first import.
Yeah, I was gonna bring up.
Yui. You remember Yui?
No, I don't remember Yui.
You do.
Yeah, I do, but I don't
Ian
remember.
Kazama. You know Ian Kazama?
Oh, yeah, I guess.
I remember that name.
We ain't getting anyone from the motherland of Korea.
Yeah, I mean, like they weren't that
Koreans
good.
with KVD and yeah.
But still, the Marimo era, he was good enough to.
Oh, mate, Marimo changed my life.
Same.
Marimo changed Brisbane. We always talk about him. It's weird because like you get players who like talk about Marimo like he's just trash, and I won't name names, but there are people out there who go like, oh, he just presses buttons and he beats me. But like,
Yeah,
Marimo,
you say that you got to give him
Marimo
props
and
because
Jisoo.
he was consistent, like
He made
in
it.
placings wise.
well, yeah, it's like I think I mentioned it earlier. I don't know if anyone remembers, but there was like a revolution in Brisbane because a lot of the older players like they go to interstate tournaments. Like I hadn't travelled interstate or anything.
Yep.
You know, they go to OHN or whatever the major is. They don't make top 8. They're filthy. They come back and they're like, oh, we're never going to make top 8 unless we start playing like them, because they had like Gypsy and whatever Alex or showing them how to Korean backdash and play defensive style Tekken, and I'm here bloody mashing and accidentally key charging, and I've got people telling me that I need to start playing like that. I don't even know what that is.
Yep.
But yeah, and then it's like Marimo comes in, and it was funny because like he's from Japan, but he grew up in the Philippines, and then he moved to Australia, and
he grew up in Fukuoka, man. But yeah, he was not that good over there. Just I think he learned all his ham style in the Philippines.
Developed in the Philippines, and then when he came to us, he was going like 50-50 with like me or Yiggs or something. But he was really hard working.
Yeah.
And the way he played was like how we played. He just setups and 50-50s, and and it was like the play style that you're never going to make top 8, and it was
a lot of the top players at the time actually shunned Marimo. So.
Yeah, they said you're not good and stuff. And I think they had Shadowy Showdown at the time or something. It was Shadowy Showdown or something. It was a major in Melbourne.
Yeah, it would have been either Shadowy Showdown. Yeah,
it was the one where JDCR won.
Yeah.
And Marimo really wanted to go because it was his first major. But like Brisbane was down the pits like morale wise. And Marimo was like, oh, come on, I want to have everyone in Queensland go to, Melbourne major for my first major. And everyone's like, nah, I'm studying, or I got work or family and stuff. And he was really sad, but he still went. And no one expected him to do well, but the guy ended up making it to winter finals and ended up finishing 3rd. And like I legit, I gotta say, when I watched his match, I actually cried because I felt so bad.
Yeah.
Like I was one of those guys, and I was trying to like listen to these guys and say I gotta play defensively and shit. But like the way he played was really like inspirational and shit. So I learned that like it's not all about defense. You can still play like setup based and still win.
100%. Yeah, we're old enough now to recognize you can play a lot of different
any
styles.
way you want.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. So, and then like when he came back. He talked to me. I'm actually tearing up a bit, but he said, he goes, where's the Ravenboy that did the setups and shit? Because it's like, because I missed that guy. Sorry.
Oh, good dude. Yeah, he's missed. Even like among the Melbourne dudes, he's a fun guy. Always a joy to be around. So yeah. Yeah,
he's a salary man now. I met him at Evo Japan last year. He's still the same guy. He actually knocked me out at Evo Japan, and jeez, it was good catching up. But he's just got no time for Tekken anymore. It's just sad. Yeah, but I think every international that's come through Brisbane has kind of changed just a little bit.
Yeah, because you had before Marimo, you had Jisoo, or was that after?
Yeah. It was. I think there was a bit of overlap.
Yeah, a bit of overlap. So Jisoo was first and Marimo after, but Jisoo went home, and then Marimo stuck around. And it was actually like a funny story that Marimo actually almost didn't stay in Brisbane, but it was not for our Lord and Savior Scorpion. Infamous Deoxys.
You guys might know him as another name from these other tournament series, but but like I think so I was the one that picked up Marimo. And like I showed him where his TAFE is. TAFE is like a uni sort of thing. He came here to learn English, really. And like I showed him where his classroom was and all that. And then, like on the first day, he bloody wagged school already. He's like, where is it? I just want to go to the arcade. So
come pray.
Come on, Tom. Come on, pray.
This is the wagging for Tekken is definitely a Brisbane thing.
But it was the first day of school, and we went out to dinner. We got Korean, and Scorpion actually bought him a beer. And after that, he got hooked, man. He got hooked on the juice, and he bloody stayed in Australia for 4 years. He was here for a long time, eh?
Yeah, he was here for a while. I remember him attending at least 3 majors.
Yeah. So, I mean, he's taught us a lot of stuff, man. Like, taught us that...
Really. He proved to Brisbane that I
You
don't know.
don't have to play like
You
a.
don't have to play this JDCR style to be successful.
Mhm.
I mean, sure enough, at the elite level, if you're fighting knee, you're gonna have to change up gears. But at least in Australia, it's sort of like he proved that it had its effectiveness. I mean, he was the king of it, but
Yeah.
like there's like these archetypes of players to become.
Yeah.
There's like the supreme masters. Like I mean, but then it's like I had this. I was told like I had to stop doing setups and play like there was
Yeah.
watching paint dry and
Mhm.
very boring, non-exciting Tekken, and like I couldn't do that because I didn't know how to play the other characters. My defense knowledge was obviously lacking. And then I was like, yeah, like I said, like Marmo said, like yeah, he proved to me that setups can work. And then after that happened, I started believing in my playstyle again. Like I started
Yeah,
playing that way.
And that's gotta hold like true, especially to you two, especially because of the characters you play.
Yeah,
Well, that's the thing. Like, I grew up playing Tekken in Brisbane when the playstyle was you have to play like Sydney, bloody like
Mm-hmm.
defense
like-
guards, and like you got to block everything. This is neg 2, this is neg 5. You can't move.
Yep. Uh-huh.
And like it was just kind of counterproductive to me.
Mhm.
Like, it was good. I like no lie.
It helps.
It was
helps.
good to learn that style because
There
it
are
gives
times
you a
when
good fundamentals. But playing a character like Ling, you can't. Yeah, like I was
Yeah.
talking to Nee that once. It's like I'm not as good as you, Nee. Like how should I play Ling? And it's like, well, you can either be a god or you can play like Sodom. And I'm like, I don't want to play like either one of them. So you just gotta kind of come up with whatever works for yourself.
Mhm.
Because like there's no one right style to play. There's no wrong style to play. I mean, there is, but if it works for you, then it works, right?
Yeah. I mean, like personally, just for you, Tom, I feel like you've seen the progression of that. I mean, you've reached a level where you've made top 8s at like majors, especially at BAM, a pretty big tournament. I mean, no, yeah, BAM. It was BAM.
Yeah, BAM 8. It was on
Yeah.
the Saint JDCR one. He came top 8. Yeah.
It's good to share that stage with those guys. It was that picture with me, Aiken, and bloody Lazy Dave. Oh man, what are we doing there? Oh,
Nah,
man.
you guys earned that.
I don't know. Like Pakistan's bloody godly right now, but you know, some guy from bloody Africa could beat him with going African style, man. Like you don't know. There's no right way.
Hmm.
Yeah. And I think Tekken 7 especially, like, it just supports so many playstyles. It's such a good game. With Tag 1, it's pretty much solid that the better player would always win.
Mm-hmm.
Just 100%. But now I think everyone's got a chance, and you've really got a chance to play your own style, which is really good for the game.
Not to the point where it's imbalanced or stupid.
Oh,
but,
no,
like,
not at all.
it's definitely a more exciting game to watch in my mind.
Yeah.
Do you guys feel like it's, everyone's got their opinions. Do you feel like it's the most balanced version of the game so far, or?
I've never really cared about balance, but like, I think it's pretty balanced.
Replace balance with like.
Anyone can win with anyone, I think.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No
feel like-
one character. People say that Gigas is trash.
I haven't really
you'd
looked
know,
at a
right?
tier list. I don't even know what the current tier list is, because I don't think one really exists.
Mm-hmm.
I just... Like, I mean, Rangchu won with Panda and Bears. I bet no one put that on their bloody tier list.
Yeah.
And then you got Kazumi, who's been nerfed into the ground, and then bloody Arslan Ash won Evo Japan with that. I think it's just... You
just got to be good.
just got to... The better player on the day wins, I think. It's at a point where it's like that. It's not like 6.0 or something where...
I do believe in matchups, though.
You think matchups a thing?
Matchups
Yeah,
are a thing.
I do believe there's matchups now, like Street Fighter. And I think that's why he got Nee with his Pokemon team with, 5 characters. Because he's got, like, you think about it. Like, like, when I played Street Fighter 4, that was the first time I'd learn about character matchups, because it wasn't really a thing at that level in Tekken 6. Because, you pick Zangief and you verse Seth. It used to be like, I'd never even heard of the term before, but like a 9-1 matchup or something.
Yeah. I remember that.
I remember reading it and going like, this is how the match plays out. Zangief just jumps in the air. Like, this is vanilla SF4, if anyone remembers.
Mm-hmm.
So Seth used to have that long stretchy punch, and he used to be able to do it jumping. And the match played out with Zangief just neutral jumping and doing the headbutt, if he gets the counter hit on the stretchy arms, he gets a combo that kills, and that's how the match should play out theoretically.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like it was like in favor of Seth because Seth could just run away, teleport, and like you never see that stuff in Tekken. But I think now that like the scene's growing and getting better, you start to notice things like, for example, like let's say Jin, because is it Jin? No, Kazuya. Kazuya has like a low that's minus.
You don't know
No.
frames, Ravenboy.
No,
Oh, man.
Jin has a low that's minus 13. Like you guys remember this. So
Mm-hmm.
Book versus Knee at
Ah,
the major, and the logic behind Knee's Kazuya pick was one
You
of
can
Jin's
launch
low
it,
is
eh?
minus 13, so you can get twin pistons. He
Mhm.
still lost, but that was the logic behind him picking Kazuya because it's such a key move in Jin's gameplay, and I think that's where these character matchups start to shine.
yeah.
So
Mhm.
you're looking at that stuff. So like if Steve Fox, for example, his fastest launcher is like 17 frames, like Yiggs, right? I don't know frames.
Mm-hmm.
You can start to go a little bit ham on your minus 16s and stuff because Steve can't really punish it. Same with Raven. Raven's fastest launcher is 16 frames. So like I can't launch Claudio's twin pistons and stuff. I just get like a knockdown. And that's
I mean, I
where
I
start to
see
think
what
about
Alchemist is saying in the chat, but like, that's
Oh.
what I think. You know, this is this is from a Ling player. Like, I think the person that taught me this was actually Sodom. Like, that's about the only thing he taught me. Was you got to stop thinking about Tekken as like numbers. Like number, no good, right? You got to think of Tekken in terms of Ling anyway, as matchups. Like Ling's AOP, like you guys know, you guys all bitch about it, but like with that, like we have invested a lot of time into like thinking about what it goes under, what it goes around.
Yo, we just lost him.
So what
Yeah,
we
yeah,
were
yeah,
trying to
yeah.
say was so Ling has an AOP and it goes under everything.
Hold
Yeah.
up. Tom, we
Hey?
just lost you.
sorry.
No, start
We're
again.
back?
Start again. Yeah.
So-
go.
Get back.
Like Ling players, or the good ones anyway, you got to invest a lot of time
Mm.
into like finding out what AOP goes around or under, and like that's where the matchups come into play. For instance, like Kazuya, that's a bad example, but like Kazumi, like I remember I upset Alchemist quite a lot with this one. It was down 4, which leaves you at -2, but in full crouch on hit, and then the natural instinct of a Kazumi player would be to go down forward 1, right?
Mhm.
But AOP would go under that, and like that's kind of an example of what I'm talking about, I guess. Like the base Tekken is still there, like fundamentals, spacing, timing, all that kind of stuff. But if your character is unable to hit someone, then like that stuff just goes out the window, right? The numbers don't mean anything.
Mhm.
So I think it's good to take points from every camp and just make it into something new, like something more complete, rather than thinking that, oh, Knee is better, so he's going to win 100% of the time, sort of thing.
Yeah.
Or like this guy's fundamentals are better, so like he's going to win 100% of the time, you know? Like,
Yeah, there's definitely a game plan.
yeah.
Like,
you
okay.
can't be closed-minded.
Can't
Yeah.
play everyone the same way.
Yeah.
In Japan, like I think one thing that helped me get like better, like I'm like a character specialist before I went to Japan. I'd only ever touch Raven, and then partners for Tag 2, and like you go to Japan, you play online arcade. You don't know who you're versing. You don't know their names. You can't read them. It's just a rank and a character. And I started to learn like, oh, this Lars likes to do these at these situations, and you know Jax like to do this in this situation, and then you know like, eat it crap enough that you eventually start to like pick up on things. And then I started approaching matches like, because in Brisbane, right, like it's such a small community at arcade. It's like, oh, it's Jigs, he likes to do this and this and this, so I got to do this and this and this. Or I'm fighting Nick or Scorpion, he does this and this. Make sure to duck giant swing after his setup and stuff.
Mhm.
But you go to Japan, I don't know who Scorpion is. I don't know Jigs because it's just a bunch of characters and it's a king. And then this king is one of 1,000 kings or something in Japan. So I started to like approach it on a character basis, like, oh, King likes to do this and this, and you'll start to learn like characters have similar strategies and setups, and I guess that's what Yiggs is saying. It's like you fight enough Kazumi, you start to learn trends that Kazumis like to use.
Yep.
I mean, I understand what Alchemist is saying in the chat.
Oh.
Counter picking isn't so much of a thing, but like when your character kind of auto counters something else that another character,
you just want that
do,
little bit of edge. It's a tournament match.
It's not 9-1 or anything.
Yeah, it's not like
you get these little bonuses and little buffs that you get, and that can count win or lose in a tournament. You know.
Mm-hmm. Well, at the end of the day, I think it's good to approach Tekken from this state of mind that Yiggs just said. Don't be closed-minded. You can add to your game from all aspects, whether like traditional or kind of unga bunga, or
whether it's Sydney or Brisbane.
Yeah.
I love me some bunga bunga.
Mm-hmm. I mean, yeah, we've all got viewpoints on how each scene has kind of cultivated their own style.
Yeah, I love that.
And
fun to watch.
Yeah. And
I mean, it's the same when you compare, like, for example, Japan and Korea. Like, they're
so
kind of
different.
Yeah. Even though they're both really high level in their countries, it's like, I mean, you'll see Nobi doing stuff like, Dragunov's backswing blow into like launcher. He's not afraid to do it. Whereas I think if you saw Nee would never sort of do something like that.
JDCR, yeah.
JDCR would never do something like, like Q-Dance did an easy K and everyone lost their mind.
Mm-hmm.
But I think if you're in Japan, like Devil Jins usually would do that. Like they'd look for those hard reads.
It's the Devil Jin special, man.
Well, like I bring up AK. A lot of people who like the technical Tekken kind of aren't fans of
Dude,
it.
that guy is unbelievable. His timing is so good.
Mm-hmm.
AK is like, because you got to understand the guy's been playing arcade Tekken since he was like 6 or 7, and
even younger, I think.
Like how kids are they're just minds are sponges. He probably understands and knows things that we could never comprehend.
Yeah,
but then he'd never be able to explain it. He'd never be able to justify or explain what he does. But it works.
It's funny you bring that up because Naveed is kind of a similar example.
Like a similar story.
He started the game very young, and he's obviously amazing. And like I love Naveed, like he's a great guy, great at Tekken. He cannot explain what he's doing for the life of him, and it's just like you try to get something off him, and like this. I'm not talking bad about him. It's just I think it's just like it's more less learned and more like just an innate ability, and it's just
I just compare it to like when you learn a language, you have kids who have like parents that speak bilingual and stuff. The kid ends up bilingual.
Yeah.
And then if you ask that kid, "Oh, can you teach me Spanish?" They'd be like, "What are you talking about?" Like it's like that. They just picked it up, and for some reason they can do it, but unless they wouldn't be able to teach or anything. It's like you said.
It's the same thing when people ask me to teach them Ling. Like you can't teach art.
Yeah,
man.
same.
Like,
people ask me stuff about Raven, and I've just been playing Raven since I was 18 and self-taught completely, and there's no other Ravens in my scene. I'm making the rules as I go. And people are like, "Oh, what are you meant to do after this on back turn?" I go, "I don't know, dude. Press something, block. I don't know. I'm not sure."
Just do the thing, man. Just do the thing.
Like Alchemist called me the up forward 3+4 god, and it's like a move that's -17, but I'm like a 90% hit rate with it. I don't know. Just have these reads. Like I actually started a fight on the TZ Discord because I said, "Oh, it's a good move." And like, a funny story about Scorpion, because Go Attack started playing Raven because Roger's not in the game. And he was using that move heaps. And Scorpion was watching his matches where he beat Nee in a death match or on on FR.
Yeah.
And Scorpion comes up to me and goes, "Hey Ravenboy, what's that orbital hill move that Raven has? It's a really good move. How much minus is on a block?" I'm like, "Oh, it's -17." And he goes, "Well, it's still a good move."
I mean, it's a Ravenboy
I don't know.
quote for now. It's safe on hit, right? That's what Ravenboy always says.
Yeah, I've just started saying it because I just can't deal with people. Why
would you do that? It's neg 15.
Bro, in the arcades, I was always like random boy. Why would you do that?
Why would you do that?
Like I said, I'm making my own rules. I didn't read. Like I did go on TZ and I just printed out the move list and went and taught myself the move list at the arcade.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much as deep as I got with TZ. Like, didn't really use it. Like I remember, like I discovered the teleport kick reversal in Tekken 5 DR.
Yep.
I tried it, like, I don't know if I discovered it. It's actually in the command list for the arcade pamphlets in Japan, but in English we don't get that sort of stuff. And I did it by accident. I wanted to know how to do it. And these guys go, oh, you need to talk to Ugg. He's like the local Raven expert. And I was talking to him, and he's like, you sure it wasn't the teleport punch? And I go, no, it was a kick. And he goes, oh, you must be wrong. And I'm like, well, this guy's useless. I'm just going to teach myself from now. Like, he's a nice guy and stuff.
Yeah.
He was like, but he was literally the only Raven player. And then Ball started playing Raven later. But yeah, I still think I'm the best in Brisbane. Oh, he doesn't play anymore. in Raven, not in Brisbane.
Yeah, Brisbane's had a lot of different like mindsets when it comes to players. Like I remember Dracor, like Mado player. Yeah.
Oh, no. I actually saw him uptown the other day, and
Oh, really?
yeah, he walked past me and didn't say hello. Like I saw him, I didn't say hello. I was like looking for eye contact. Hey Dan, how you going, mate? And then he just walks past me,
Oh.
and I'm like he probably doesn't recognize me because I put on like 20 kilos those days and shit.
Just put
And
that life
I was
behind
a
it, man.
homeless guy. He probably thinks I'm dead in the gutter.
Got $1, mate? Got $1?
Hey, I probably should. Hey, Bruce, you got $1, mate? You got $1 for the bus, cuz?
But yeah, it's just
Sticky, mate?
yeah. Brisbane's cultivated a lot of different
That's the whole revolution thing I was talking about earlier, Abby. It's
I
like
mean,
the
all
older
the old
mindset.
players left.
It's like, yeah, you got to play not dry style, but like a very defensive. Less is more, and that does work. Like me and Yiggs, we've been playing ages. We do.
Oh, man, more is more. More is more.
More is more, but there are times where less is more. Like you gotta. There are times,
Yeah.
but if I'm fighting like some dude from Sydney or Melbourne who's like never versed a Raven in his life, I'm not gonna hold back. I'm gonna empty my move list on him, and like if he doesn't know in the first two, I'm just gonna do it. But like these guys are like, nah, he can't do that. It's minus 17. It's minus 100, and I'm just like, well, he doesn't know. He's doing jab punish, but But yeah, so what was I talking about? Oh yeah, so the older players have that mindset. You're like, oh, why would you do that? Stop pressing buttons. The younger players are just like, who are you? I don't know who you are. I'm from, I'm up from North. Jason's from Bathurst. Oh, like Blaney and Yiggs was like weird because he was in between. Yiggs was like the lost kid.
Oh, I got bullied by fucking Shook.
Yeah, he wasn't really part of a gen. Like in Scorpion as well. They're older players of the scene now, but they were like the babies of the older gen too.
Yeah.
Like,
I came in the middle of everything, so.
yeah. Jiggs was like a nice guy, but at the same time, he was like
impressionable.
He was an asshole. He was like, not like an asshole, but like.
Nah, I know what you mean.
I think peer pressure. He like wanted to fit in with the older guys, and he's a random boy, and I'm just like, who are these dickheads? Like, but but like he came around, he changed. He's like, you can't beat him, join him, right?
Yeah, whatever.
Look, just to echo Joski's sentiments in the chat. I think it comes down to like Tekken. Is one of those games where you can express yourself in your playstyle.
Oh yeah,
exactly.
You can, and I think
especially with Ling Joski, like you just gotta like when I play Ling, I don't play to win. I play to make the other guy feel something. It's like I want him to feel this AOP. I want him to feel these backturn mix-ups. Just play for fun, man. Like, fun. Winning is bloody fun. I gotta say. So
yeah, winning feels
your thing. Winning's the best. But as long as you're not selling yourself out or like, becoming a theory fighter or a backseat driver, then it's all good. It's all good.
I don't know. Oh, for me, it's like it is sport. Like I grew up playing footy. Played footy all high school and stuff. I never been to arcades until I moved to Brisbane, and I was still playing like semi-competitive footy, and I quit that to play Tekken because it was the same stuff. But I've I don't know. You can't play footy forever and stuff. So
you get old, you get fat. That's GG's.
Yeah, so I like Tekken. I can train at home. I don't have to sit in 2 hours peak traffic just to get the footy ovals, and do training 5 days a week at some ovals, and it's shit. Like I've had my stint with footy. I enjoyed it and stuff, but yeah, I don't look back. Like like when you play, I don't know if it's a men's thing or something, but like you get that competitive fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I feel that in Tekken. It's the same fire.
It's hard to put out, man. It's
Yeah,
hard to
dude.
put out.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I've been trying to quit for years now.
Yeah, like if I quit Tekken, it has to be replaced by something
else. Yeah, 100%.
And if not, then I'll just come back to Tekken. Tekken is what it is at the moment.
Get into competitive like house cleaning and cooking and stuff.
I've got mates at home. They're like in their 30s and they still want to play footy and they're getting old, but you can't do it.
You can't do that.
Yeah.
Speaking on competitors, Ravenboy's touched on a bit of his international exposure. Yiggs, was Japan Evo the first time? Did you go to Japan Evo first year?
Yeah, I did.
That was your first international venture, yeah.
I've been to a few things all over the place. I went to Hong Kong. I dominated their scene except for the Pakistani guy.
Mm-hmm.
I've been to
Was
Japan
that
a few
Mishima
times.
Master?
Yeah,
Mishima?
no, Max Mishima.
Oh, Max Mishima, that guy.
Yeah, that guy is bloody a legend. But I've been to Singapore to play a bit. Played in Japan a few times.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like the first big tournament, I guess it's Japan. I placed 97th. That tournament was a bit of a joke, eh? Like I heard people made it through to winners final without even
playing a game. Yeah.
Like, I had to play every match. Anyway, whatever. And in the end, I got knocked out by Marimo.
Oh, really? I did not know that.
Yeah.
They met up in the...
Like, oh, Tom, guess who your next match is?
Dude, that's definitely seeding for you. Didn't she and Jason have to play each other first?
Yeah.
Oh, my Lord.
She didn't even play. I think she forfeit, right? She doesn't like playing Jason.
Yeah, Jason shows no mercy, eh?
It just... I don't think she enjoyed it.
The guy have the relationship,
domestic. Yeah.
Not like Dion, man. That guy. I heard he puts his girlfriend through bloody 10 first to 10s a day.
For breakfast,
Yeah. Did you guys play her yet?
Yeah, I've played her. I played her online a set. Like she was around when I was in Sydney for a YSB. I just didn't have time to play her there.
Oh, yeah.
But
she's pretty good, man. Like
she's alright.
I got bodied, man. I got bodied like 4-0, and then something clicked. Like, mate, I'm playing 2 Sydney right now. I just gotta do some size set 3s, man. She ate them all. Yeah. I just gotta. I missed Japan Evo this year. I'm probably not gonna go to any interstate either this year because I got a wedding coming up in 2 months.
Yeah, you're busy. Yeah.
Like I'll think about going to BAM, but at this moment it's not a priority. And I guess like we got next year, we're gonna try to do that big Evo thing with everyone on. I'm pretty done with competitive tech, and like I'll tell you what, it's funny because I care about like the Brisbane squabbles more than anything else. Like I just want to beat Nick. I want to beat Dad. I want to beat Ravenboy, but like I don't care about like bloody Dion or Naveed or anything. Like they can win me like 10-0. I don't care, man.
There's no king of Brisbane. Like it always changes.
Top 5 is mixed bag, man. Like could be anyone.
Scorpion is the current belt
Scorpion.
holder. Yeah, Sydney. You
might
that guy.
You might see him. You might see him at BAM. You might win a free trip.
Let's touch on like the hierarchies in Brisbane just briefly because for a while, given Gabe was wrecking shop, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was. He was like. It's funny because all the other states seem to think Colin's the best.
See, it's funny. I wanted to bring him up too, like because
Colin didn't win anything for ages. He actually stopped showing up.
Yeah.
It's like Colin winning that tournament recently. Was November? Was it Yiggs?
I don't know, man.
It was like one of the Couch Warrior things, but that tournament that Colin won was the first tournament he'd won in Tekken 7.
Yeah.
Like that's how long he'd.
Okay, like Colin is a great player.
He's a good player. His
knowledge is good. His reactions are good.
I don't want to play him.
He's just a good player. Like I don't like playing Colin because everyone just gets angry. Like he gets angry, even when he's winning. And it's like fucking.
I didn't do that. That was supposed to be lost.
And then it's like.
Look, do you think like Colin's a great guy and all, like, but do you think it's because his mindset when approaching fighting
It
games
might
is
be-
very different to I'd say the majority of Brisbane.
I mean, that's just a personality thing too. Like everyone approaches everything different.
Okay.
It just
Colin's
so
very
happens
good,
that his ideals don't align with ours, but
Uh-huh.
he's a very good player.
Yeah.
Like I put him
he's
top,
genius.
top 10, top 5. You know,
He's in that, like, the way Brisbane looks at Brisbane is we have a tier list. We don't have
yeah.
best players. We just, like, we don't have a Naveed or a Dion. We just have tiers.
Well,
Yeah.
maybe we do now, but
With rest.
rest, yeah,
Yeah, but-
we got our own import.
Well, yeah, he's too. We'll see how things go, but yeah.
We gotta convert him, mate. Nick, you gotta buy him a beer.
We have to send him for internal affairs, man. International
Wow.
exchange.
I,
yeah,
I,
like-
I see Rec in the chat. He's not happy with your placing of Colin.
Say what you want, Rick. You're not from Brisbane.
Look, alright, so put it this way. Until recently, Gab was the undisputed champ of Brisbane. Like,
Undisputed.
if he entered, he won.
Mm-hmm.
He won everything from, like, since Marimo left, he won everything except for one infamous tournament where he come third, where me and Yiggs eliminated him.
Woo!
Shouts to
Oh
Yiggs.
man, I'll be back in
Ravenboy.
a second.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, that was the only thing he had lost since Marimo had left. Like, that's why he's repping Queensland and ISF. No one could beat the dude.
Yeah.
And, like, if you send him to losers, it was a big deal.
That's
And,
gonna check
but, like,
this shit out.
yeah, that's the
Oh
trophy.
my
So Gab didn't get that. He wanted that trophy so bad. Like,
Oh wow.
Tekken 7 tournament winner. Oh,
Well, what's that for? Sorry.
so we had a
some
one-up
random tournament.
end of the year for Brisbane. So
Uh-huh.
shouts to Luke. He runs, like, the Checkpoints esports bar in the Gold Coast. He was sort of like our TO up until, like, the Couch Warriors thing started. And he'd run regular tournaments for us in Tekken 7. Like, he started with Tag 2, and then when he realized we were playing Tekken 7, he started bringing that out.
Yep.
So it actually gave Brisbane, like, regular events, which was really good.
Mm-hmm.
Especially since Arcade sort of died. We don't
Was
have...
that one that? Sorry, correct me if I'm wrong. That was held at the bar or something like that.
Yeah, it was
Jubilee. Yeah, that now I remember that.
Jubilee,
name.
yeah.
100%.
So they used to hold these tournaments, and that was, like, you know, they were like every fortnight, every month or something. But it was good. Like, it got everyone out and started competing. Like, it was on a Thursday night, so not everyone could make it, but it was good.
But it was the best turnout in years.
Yeah, and we got new players, and, you know, we reeled them in. Like, you know, we got George and stuff. We got, like, George Knightley, shouts to George Knightley, and, you know, a few young guns here and there.
Mm-hmm.
Harlem, yeah, he was another one. He just rocked up, and we're like, yeah, we got a whole scene, so he was on board. But yeah, and, like, it was probably one of the best things that happened to Brisbane. Like, Tekken 7 is, like, I'm being biased because of these things, but, like, it's, like, the best Tekken I've experienced, in Brisbane. Like, we got events now and stuff. But yeah, so Jub used to win all of those that we entered, and yeah, Couch Warriors, he was winning all those that he entered, and ISF, he's back-to-back ISF champion, and even, like people thought, like, Colin could beat him, but both times Jub took him out. Like, the first
was he always that good? Didn't he take a break during, like, Tekken Tag 2?
No, it was like a freak event thing. So, like, Jub was...
It was Claudio.
Solid, yeah, but Claudio...
And he spent some time in Japan beforehand.
Yeah, that too. But yeah, I think just coming second at OHN and just getting that newfound confidence. Like, if he's coming second at OHN, why not beat Brisbane, you know? Like, like, he's really confident. His clutch play is just, like, we can't seem to snuff him out. Like, me and Yiggs, we feel like Claudio is a bad matchup for our characters too. So we have to really put on the brakes when we play him.
Yeah.
And then, I don't know, Scorpion couldn't beat him. Like, Scorpion's the back-to-back champ of Brisbane recently.
Yep.
And it's, like, the first time Jub hasn't won tournaments in ages. And like, if you beat Jub once, it's like, oh, you got to do it again to prove it. And then Nick's done that. He's the first person to defeat Jub twice in a row and defend the throne. So, but yeah, it's
undisputed, man. Undisputed. I can't argue with it. I didn't go, but I can't argue with it.
I didn't go either, but I mean, I probably would have lost to Jub.
Yeah, I probably would have lost. Yeah.
You know, like, we can take games off him, but, you know, 2 first of 3s, it's a, like, bigger. Like, I mean, in 3 years, I've only beaten the guy once, like, eliminated him. Like, I've taken lives off him here and there, but yeah, like, team effort. Me and Yiggs had to take a life each to make him miss out on that trophy. And like, he's at a point where up until that loss, he was so confident. Like, he walks in, he expects to win, and that's good. Like, he's got that winners, like, the winners focus.
Aura, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aura.
like the champion's aura, and he was so up. Well, I'm not upset, but he like it was weird. Like Gab not walking away with the first place was
Yeah.
weird. Like he got a third prize and he didn't even take it. He just left. He didn't pose for the picture, and he was, I guess, salty.
Yeah, we all get
the,
so.
the,
Yeah.
I mean,
the TO, the tournament
imagine-
organizer was like, "Oh, well, money. Where's third place?" And
Yeah,
we're like,
he'd already
"Oh,
left. He
we
walked
don't
out.
know, hey, like,
Yeah,
you
but
can
like
keep it, bro."
from Jab's, sorry, I call him Jab. Like Jub's perspective too. I'd be mad if I was winning every single tournament, and then the end of the year one with the trophy, I missed out on it.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be on too. So
I got it, man.
Like,
This
I
is
fully
the biggest
understand.
trophy in Brisbane Tekken history, and
Nah,
like,
nah. I think
Yeah,
it's
man.
bigger.
Oh,
We
he's
have-
going to get something. He's going to get something.
I mean, look, this trophy is bigger than the trophy that Saint won at OHN.
Oh,
shit!
what's that? What's that?
This is my trophy.
What trophies do you guys have?
Time Zone Tekken 6 competition winner, Surface Paradise, 2008. It's as big
Yeah,
as my
see?
head. But I think Gab has a shield for winning ISF 2000.
Was he?
Yeah, big ass dinner plate.
Yeah, but we're talking about glass trophies, man.
Okay.
But like,
Yeah,
yeah, but my trophy's bigger than. It's funny. Like, there's a story behind this. I don't know if you want to hear it, but it's...
I'm about to go bring out my trophy, but I don't think it compares to
Oh,
it.
Come on, man, we want to see it.
no one's like. I mean, imagine not having a trophy right now.
Yeah, I know, man. This is something I might pass down to my kids. We'll get very
Alright,
good.
let's see it.
I
That's sick. He's got a cup.
Let's
He's
see
got
it.
a cup. Woo! What's that for, man?
It's the Tassie FighterCon last year.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
nice. That's
nice.
sick, man. That's sick. And you know what's funny? Like in footy, I've got like a whole at home at the folks' home. I got like this whole bloody cabinet full of like footy trophies, like best forward of the year, you know, Queensland rep and all this shit. But I'd trade all of that for this one trophy.
I
Like,
got a bloody basketball trophy, taekwondo, man. Whatever,
Like,
man. Tekken's
I'm
the
like-
most important.
True, huh?
I'm looking at my footy trophies and I'm like, man, you've got to get this like rugby league player and replace it with an arcade cabinet or something, you know? Like, get this fella off, put a bloody Tekken joystick on there.
Yeah.
Oh, man. But yeah, it's like, it's funny. Like, Dad's like, what do you want to do with all these trophies? Like, I don't know. Because I don't care about and I got like a maths one or some shit. I don't know. It was really weird. It was some spring cleaning over Christmas.
Yeah, but just getting back to Jub, like I think the loss
Oh,
is good for him. Like it's not good
Oh,
for
yeah.
It's character building.
Yeah,
man.
100% for him and the scene because I don't think it's. It depends on how hard the scene works and their mentality. I don't think it's too good for one person to dominate for too long. They need to be pegged down at one point.
Yeah. It's like, to quote, I don't know, is it Conor McGregor who says you either win or you learn? Who
Yeah.
says that?
I think I've heard him say that. If not,
Yeah.
he's stealing
It's
that
like-
from someone else.
He talks a lot of shit, but I think
Yeah.
Nah, he's a legend, man. Bloody
Yeah.
legend.
because like that's a good one. You don't lose, you learn.
Mhm.
So, but yeah, Nick right now, it's like the hardest possible Nick to beat because it's a confident Nick. Because
He
He's
just
always-
talks so much shit, man.
Yeah.
yeah,
You guys don't know. You guys only get a little bit of it.
yeah,
We have a Brisbane
we're
chat.
like
It's like
Uh-huh.
all day long. All
we're
day
the
long.
gatekeepers, but it's like it's funny because like to put things into perspective.
Mm.
Do you guys remember the whole like? You guys had one too, like the UFC.
Yeah. We started that. We started
Yeah,
that,
yeah,
dude. Yeah.
You know how Brisbane had one, and the main event was Jub versus
100%.
Scorpion?
I've tuned into that. I tuned
Yeah,
in.
it was a blowout, right? It
Uh-huh.
was like 7-1 or something to
7-1,
Jub.
yeah.
Scorpion from that day
Mm-hmm.
had
He's a
not
different
been
man.
Jub in a tournament until recently. Like
Mhm.
he could not, and it, like you'd hear Scorpion saying shit like, "Oh, Jub's too good, can't beat him."
Mm-hmm.
So now that he's beat him back to back, I think you'll start seeing Scorpion in a new light. Like, I think he's got his mojo back, sort of thing.
Yeah, dude. I know Scorpion. Like I've known him for a long time, and I know it was eating at him that he couldn't beat Gabe for that long. But
Yeah.
We couldn't beat anyone, man.
Mm.
Like, you'd never see him. You'd see him in top 5 sometimes.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'd be beat.
There was
Scorpion. Like, yeah.
There was a run where I
Scorpion's,
was
like,
first
losing
for
to
like
Harlem,
5
like
tournaments.
new kid on the block, and
Mhm.
Oh,
like
he couldn't beat Harlan.
Scorpion's like he sort of like feeds off that whole pride and like, you know, oh, you must respect me, I'm the savior
Uh-huh.
of Brisbane,
Uh-huh.
I'm the best. And then but then you start losing like Harlem and Bemaniac, and they're like, "Go away, you old man." And like, no, listen to me, I'm the best still. And then he starts getting 5th place and 7th place. I think but now that he's won 2 firsts, I think the old Scorpion's back.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the thing for you young guns, man. You guys don't show so much respect. Just go ham. Fuck
No,
'em
I
up,
like
man.
it. I like
in.
it when the young fellas like I don't know what I'm trying to say.
No. I know
No,
what Yiggs. I know what Yiggs is saying because I see it in Melbourne tournaments, like newer players who are good in their own right and could do a little bit better, but they show players.
They're scared, right?
Yeah.
They're
No. Well,
scared.
I wouldn't say scared. Just like very cautious. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, go in, man. Just do a snake edge.
Mhm.
Keep them honest,
Get it in, man.
Yeah.
People see me doing snake edges on old Yiggs and Scorpion, and I do some of the stupidest stuff, but that I do it because it works on me at times. Like, there are times when the stupidest stuff can work. It's in the heat of the moment, sort of thing. You just gotta go for it, sort of thing.
It's true, man.
But like,
I've landed snake edge on knee before.
yeah, it's like
3 for 3.
I mean, like, and we're talking about it with the younger fellas who are new to like Australian Tekken and the scene.
Mhm.
But it's the same with like us when we fight internationals.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we fight, I remember fighting Saint and I just didn't do anything and I just got smoked.
Mm-hmm.
But then, like, when I fought Gura, I actually nearly won because I started actually doing shit. Like,
Yeah.
I did stupid. Like, I led the same low like 3 times in a row and it worked. And like, I stopped holding back, sort of thing. Like.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, they're only human. They're only human. Like, no one can see shit that's certain speeds and stuff. You gotta do it. No, it's.
I mean, put it this way: if you're playing Arslan or Knee or whatever, you're not gonna beat them at their own game, right? Like,
You gotta do something.
yeah, you gotta get in there and put some damage out, man, because you're not gonna beat him in defending. Like, you gotta push buttons to win. Like, it's a dumb way to think, but
I think for us, because
I think I know what you're trying to say.
yeah, like, you just gotta get in there and do some damage, man. Like, yeah, 50-50 with
Yeah,
the
like, I mean, look
whatever.
at Aiken, man. He beat Yui, and he's slayed some beasts, and it's just
Yeah.
like, confidence going in, doing counter hit down forward 2 into
Down
perfect
for 2.
God fist, and yeah, he's not afraid. Like, you get those people who can do it in training mode and stuff, but they never do it in tournament. Whereas Aiken, he just does not care. He'll if he drops it, he doesn't care. He just he keeps
Do it
going.
again.
Mhm.
Do it again. I'll get it next time. Like,
Mhm.
you got to be able to be confident to go for those big hard combos in the heat of the moment, and you can't get scared. Like, you don't want to be left thinking like, oh, if I had went for max damage, I would have won, sort of thing.
Because that shit will haunt you for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Man.
Mm.
I dropped a combo that could beat Kura, like,
Yeah.
and it was a fucking staple combo. I went for an easier combo, and that's why I dropped it. I should have went for max damage.
Oh, yeah, that's classic Aiken. You'll always go for the flashy hard combo.
Yeah.
But yeah, Brisbane's in a good way now, Tekken wise and scene wise. You guys have the Couch Warrior, Rambats.
Yeah, thanks for swooping in, man. Like,
Yeah, no, like,
bloody Dread Tech and Daniel.
Tekken 6 is dry as, man, and Tag 2.
Tag
like,
2.
Like, Brisbane's calendar is like, oh, when's OHN, or oh, when's BAM or Shadowy Showdown at the time. And if like skip a year, it's like, oh great, we've got nothing for the whole thing. And then we try and do stuff like have like random tournaments at the arcade, but then like Tekken's
It's so hard
7
to
was
organise
bleak,
now.
man, when they said when we didn't get the international version, we're sitting there thinking like, what do we even do? Like,
And they take their sweet time releasing it on console, man.
Oh yeah, dude, the whole world feels that pain.
that's why I like
I'll tell you
shout out
what.
Luke.
Yeah.
He sort of gave us something, like at the start.
Yeah. Then I bloody travelled to Sydney to play FR, remember?
Yeah, I remember that.
We all went there.
Mm.
That was a fun YSB, man. Like, Team
Is it, you mean the one where we placed top 3?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You and me, winners final, man.
Yeah, that was pretty good. Like, for me, that was weird because, like, my goal was just to make top 8 because I'd never even
same.
made top 8 in anything before. And, except for that tournament with the trophy I won, but I'll touch on that later if it's time. But, like, I don't usually do well. Like, before Japan, I'm not a good player. Like, I haven't really done anything before Japan. And then post Japan, it was like, I think I'm better, but I haven't proved it yet. So coming second at YSB for me was like a pretty big deal. I didn't expect to do that well, to be honest. Like, and with Raven, who like hadn't even come out yet, I had like 1 week on Master Raven in Japan, and that was it.
You went to Evo as well, USA as well, though, Ravenboy.
Yeah. We went together. Remember?
Yeah.
USA Evo is weird, man. Like, no, like you get a lot of photo in that tournament. Japan was like more fleshed out.
No, yeah. I've always said, just the amount of people that are in America, if
They come in numbers.
they come in numbers. So like people who are traveling with us, like, you know, I'm worried, blah blah blah. So I'm like, dude, if anyone is at any decent level, like on our level in Australia, like you get out of pools fine. You get out of pools fine. Yeah, like, and sometimes it's not a hard fast rule, but you know, first couple of players I play, I'm just like, yeah, it's.
Oh, I'll tell you a funny story.
Except there was this. I remember you had issues with this one bear player.
Yeah. Oh my god, he kept talking to me, and I'm just like, man. I don't know.
Oh, in the match.
Oh no! After you talking about when I beat him, or like afterwards he came and started talking.
Oh, okay, I didn't know.
He
about
goes,
that.
"Oh, I don't know Raven at all and stuff," and I'm just like, "Oh yeah." He was complaining about stuff, but like, I don't know bears. Like, I try to be like empathetic or sympathetic, but I just honestly didn't care.
Yeah.
He's talking to me, and he's like, "Oh, I don't know." Like, I've heard this story so. Oh, I don't know Raven, but like. You were watching the match, right? And you were saying like something was minus 13, and
no, like because initially I seen you were having a little bit of an issue, and I'm like,
because none of Raven's staple combos work on Kuma, so I was finding out on the spot, like, oh shit, like I can't baseball slide convert, I can't core circle forward 2 with the stand, like, and I was sort of finding out on the fly, but I landed like that lucky rage art, which stole around, and I'm like, oh good, I think I can win because this guy is like feeling robbed now.
Yeah.
And I just went for the jungle and finished it. But then, he just gave me, like... He wasn't angry or anything, he was just, like, complaining, like, whinging. And I was like, I don't care. It was funny because it was an American accent, so it was interesting, but at the same time, I just didn't care.
Yeah.
But, the funny thing was the winners' final was against that Kazumi player.
Yeah.
Like, that was my hardest fight in pools, that bear player. So, I think they must have thought I was supposed to be fodder for him.
Yeah.
But, yeah, like, you know, you have to pick sides and you got to paper, scissors, rock, whatever. I remember hearing a conversation. I didn't know at the time, but he would become my opponent in winners finals to get out of pool.
Yeah.
Someone asked him, "Why does everyone want P1 side?" And I shit, you know, this is the conversation they had. He goes, "I think it's because when you practice in training mode, everyone picks P1, and that's the side they're familiar with, and they don't know how to play on P2 because then all their moves become mirrored. So I think that's why everyone fights with P1." And I'm just thinking, like, if this is my next opponent, I'm gonna fucking and then I beat him. Like, you remember that? There's a Kazumi guy.
Yeah, it was easy. Yeah. It was easy. I wish I had your pool. I wish. Yeah,
it was really. And then I was like, oh, I'm gonna make it out of pools. As soon as I heard that, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna make it out of pools. But yeah, oh my god. Oh, but like, remember you had to fight? Was it Chris G? In the hour thing?
Yeah, for Injustice 2. This was after doing my salty loss in Tekken, and I was just like, I could not give a fuck. And I could not give a fuck. Like, it was the end of the day, everyone wanted to leave, and everyone's just like...
He wanted to punch me so
Dude, it was great. It was great.
I had no idea what was going on, but like, because I only read it for me, I was tanked. I was jet lagged as fuck. I kind of feel bad because I didn't come up for you and Zorian's pools and shit because I went home and I was massively jet lagged. And you guys, like, you know, you cheered me on and stuff because I was, you know, we're Australia and whatnot. Yeah. And I'm like, I gotta return the favor, and like, you're playing Injustice. I don't know anything about Injustice, but I did my best to fucking like go off and shit.
Yeah, I could tell it was getting to him, and dude, that's he gets salty. He can get salty depending on the circumstance.
You nearly beat him, mate.
Dude, the thing is, like I said, I'd lost my match in Tekken because of the stupid power outage and. Like, I actually was so salty that I didn't give a fuck. And then
Big Boy, right?
Yeah, it was against Big Boy.
That was so.
Yeah, and so like it just came up, and I had to go play. I'm like I actually don't even want to play this, but like I got coerced into playing. I'm like I somehow had made it to losers final through not caring. And every game I was like, let's just go. I'm like, no, just keep going, and then I get to Chris G, who's actually a legend in that game, and yeah, I almost beat him, but yeah.
It's just funny because I have no idea what's happening in that game, and I'm just saying shit like, take him to the movies, Abby. Because stage you're playing like
I was playing Scarecrow. Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, hit him with the green gas. Oh, he didn't like that. He's choked. Oh, I can't remember. I was just saying the most ridiculous things, and he was just shaking his head. Oh, he's got a gun at me. Watch out! Like, because he's shooting at me.
Classic Australian banter.
Just some scrub who had no idea what was going on. I was like literally narrating what the animations. So, oh, we're going to the movies, Abby. Let's go, mate. Let's go. And every time Abby won, Chris Jesus looks down and he just fucking.
You gotta do it though. You gotta do it.
Yeah.
Like.
I think he wanted to belt me.
Morale boost is heaps. It gives you.
It was literally just me, Zoreen, Abby, and Chris G, and I think the TO woman, like she was like judge or whatever.
Because it was a late game. We were the last guys around. Yeah.
And I'm just like talking the whole time and laughing and just staring Chris G. Like, I don't think he likes me. Well, he probably doesn't remember me, but yeah, it was funny as.
What were your overall thoughts on Evo?
For both, or
because you've been to both.
I think I talked to Jono about this before too, but like I think USA Evo felt more real. Like making top 64 or whatever, I think I finished 65th or something. It's like it's a pretty impressive achievement in Evo, but I felt like I had to work harder to get whatever position I got in Japan. Like, because like you saw my matches, it was like 3, like up until I lost, like Chikarin and the other guy.
Yeah.
And but yeah, like I got pretty deep. Like almost like I was one match to get out of round 2, whatever. But like the finals and stuff was amazing because it's just at the Mandalay Bay. It's like actually an arena and all that stuff, and like that was crazy. And like there's more floor space and stuff, and it's like a big convention and stuff. And then in Japan, it's like everyone's
finals,
up to their shoulders. And like I don't remember the finals because it's like we didn't even go to the bar. It was like literally me and Jason in my hotel room with KFC watching Top 8 in my hotel room, and then it finished. And then I'm like, oh, now what do we do? Oh, let's go to Namco Sugamo. Like, it just felt like the scale of things felt different. Like it didn't feel like Evo in Vegas felt crazy, and then crowds cheering, and she got like little tingle down your spine and shit. And then just like watching a stream in Japan was like I could have done that in Australia, and like I don't know.
But that was really fun though. Like going on holiday with the boys,
Yeah, for Brisbane, like I think most of Brisbane just went in a big group, and it was like a big group holiday. Everyone was there, and we all had like all you can eat, was it yakiniku and stuff?
Yakiniku, man.
Caught up with Marimo and bloody.
That's where we met Dread Tech,
Oh yeah, Dread Tech. I didn't even know who Dread Tech was.
Honorary Brisbane boy. Apparently, he's the president of Cashmore.
Yeah,
he was that year. Yeah, we got a new guy now.
I'm talking all this shit to him, and like I'm thinking he's just some greeny guy.
Who is this kid, man? He's cool.
Yeah, and then
bloody international movie star.
He's like some rich billionaire with like 2 coffee shops, and he's the president of Couch Warriors. And I'm like, oh shit, I hope I didn't say anything. Like, I don't know, just
down to earth.
Yeah. I didn't even get that vibe from like just the regular guy. Yeah. Eat some good food with him and stuff. Yeah, it was good. But yeah, but because when we went to like Evo Vegas, the tournament itself was great, but like
I heard Vegas sucks, man.
Japan outside of Evo was great because you like
that's how 100%.
You go do all the sightseeing, the tourism shit, and and it's just a big group, and it's cold and whatever. In Vegas though, it's sort of like the tournament, it was great. But then the downtime, like, I'm scared of getting shot. I'm scared of getting arrested. It's 50 fucking degrees in the desert. And, like, the whole time, I'm thinking I'm going to get shot. Like, Teresa wants to go down the bloody strip boulevard or something to look at, like, things. And I'm just like, oh, let's not stray too far. I don't want to get capped.
Dude, I
or,
think you're projecting your fears in the worst way possible. It's not that
yeah, it's not like after coming back, I survived.
Yeah.
Like, you know what's fucked up, right?
Yeah.
So, like, you know, I was like scared of getting through TSA, you know, getting the bloody up the cavity search and shit, because like I was scared of everything. And then I'm like, you know, Teresa's like, oh, you're so paranoid, nothing's gonna happen. It's Vegas, blah blah blah. And then after we flew home, I'm like, oh, I guess nothing happened. And then, like, a couple of months later, I had that fucking shooting at the concert in Vegas after we came back. And I'm like, see, I'm not paranoid. That could have been us. Like, that was from Mandalay Bay that we stayed at that hotel. So
Artemis is dead, man. He's Arab.
Stop scaring Raven. I'm going this year.
It.
No,
Yeah,
like, see, none of that stuff happened. It happened after we left. But, yeah, the whole time I was just freaking the fuck. I was on edge. I probably jet lagged with, like...
Yeah, dude, like, no offense, but every time I saw you, you look like death.
Yeah, no, I was on the wrong clock, and, you know, I was nocturnal because I was still on Australian time. I never fully adjusted.
Yeah, that's why I advise for anyone traveling internationally, just don't go to arrive like a day before the tournament. Go.
Oh,
yeah.
You gotta get acclimatized, man. You gotta get acclimatized.
My flight got cancelled, so I got fucked up. I'd planned everything, and then, yeah, I got wrecked by just bad luck. So
well, the same thing happened to me for Evo Japan. My flight got cancelled, because of the snow. Everyone was having trouble getting in.
Yeah, I remember that. Trains all stopped and stuff like that.
I booked a Qantas flight from Brisbane to Haneda, and I made it through, luckily. But shit, man, international tournaments are crazy. You guys should go while you're young.
It's like definitely like if you really care about Tekken or like,
it's a rite of passage.
We're not telling you to do it, but there will be a time where you want to see how you measure up against the world, and it's definitely like a bucket list.
100%, 100%.
I gotta go. Next year's the year, man. Evo America.
Put it this way, I never wanted to go to America because I was scared of getting shot, but I went to Vegas Evo, and I've done it now, and I can say I've been there. I didn't get shot, so you guys can do it too. He's been multiple times, and he's fine. Sorry.
Nah, yeah, I'm good. Yeah, I'm the best example.
Yeah. Honestly, though, internationals are okay. The worst I've had it is customs in Sydney. They pull me up for my arcade stick every single time.
Yeah. Gotta have some young.
Dude, guys, what's your preference on arcade stick when traveling? Check in or carry on? Check in or carry on?
I carry on, man.
Carry on?
I don't want someone banging my stick around, man.
Yeah.
I think I put it in check-in luggage because I put my laptop in my carry-on.
Yeah.
Like, they won't fit together in my backpack. So I just put it in the big-ass bag and chuck a bunch of clothes around it, so it's usually safe. But if I'm flying domestic,
that's what I do. That's what I do. I just make sure it's padded to hell. Because... Dude, the amount of times I've had to like sit there, explain, blah blah blah. No, it's not a bomb. It's a stick. And I'm like I already get the random searches anyway. So
yeah. Apparently those are random. It's like every third person. So you're just probably unlucky.
Alright, I gotta start counting the people in front of me. But yeah.
But yeah, so I'm from a mining town where they blow stuff up on site and that, and they always think I'm stealing shit from site because it's just a box full of wires, and you know they have detonation blasts and stuff. So I gotta hope some young fella's like, oh no man, it's one of the play stick arcade thingies, like you know. And
dude, I want one person at one stage just to call me up and like, yeah, I know what that is. I got one at home, man. Dude,
yeah.
That would be refreshing.
If that guy's not there, it's sort of like it's a pain in the ass. You know, video games, and it's like some 60-year-old man who's sitting in a chair going, video games.
I remember going to band that year. I had all my stream gear because Barra didn't want to do it, and like I had my microphone, my laptop. I had all my like everything, and the guy's like, "What's this?" And I'm like, "Oh, I'm doing like a stream for a video game thing." And it's like, video games like Pac-Man or something. I'm like, yeah, kind of like that. It's like, what's this then? And I bring out this bloody big microphone. I'm like, oh, I'm doing a commentary
ASMR.
thing. Commentary. It's like, commentary? You some kind of sportsman or something? I'm like, oh, yeah. You should tune in, bro. Like, jeez.
How long have you been streaming for, Yiggs?
Think
For a while, man, before Button
quite
Smash.
a while, yeah, before Button Smash.
He's like the pioneer in.
I think I was the first one in Australia.
Yeah, in Australia. Yeah.
Dream Tekken.
Okay.
With
When
the
did
escape
Sodom
on
come?
streams. Yeah, Button Smash. I was in Japan, so we've been
2000.
2014 or 15.
That
Was
was
Button Smash at the end of the year? Or mid-year
mid-year,
next
I
year?
think.
It would have been late 14, early 15, because Second 7 came out late 15. And I missed that major because I was overseas. So,
Yeah,
around then.
streaming Tekken was a different thing back then. There was not many streamers out there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It was
If you
mainly
hadn't
just
got it early,
Americans.
you would have just, like, that's why the main man is so popular. He's
Well,
just
I did
the
get in
pioneer.
early.
He's first.
You know, when I started, that was kind of when Aris was still doing
Dark Souls.
the hack and slash thing, yeah.
Yeah.
Dark
And Fergus was a no-name back then, you know,
Yep.
and he used to tune into my stream, man, like.
Mhm.
And because I had Sodom on a few streams, and like I got big, but I think that's where all my followers come from. But like,
Because you had like 200 before Tekken 7 come out.
Yeah.
Like, I think
Those
today.
people were Tekken people, and if they tune in Twitch on day one Tekken 7, and you already had the experience from arcade and you speak
Yeah.
English, they just flock to you. Like,
Yeah, I think to date you might have the most followers for any Tekken streamer in Australia.
I think
Yeah,
he does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
number
Like
one for a
1200.
long time. Bloody Viet Backdash got view bots, and I'm still beating him.
Aiken, I think, at the moment is number 2.
Yeah,
Aiken's
yeah,
number two.
yeah.
Dude, that guy is
that guy's
putting
yeah,
work.
100%. Yeah, Yiggs has 1,205 followers. Dude, how challenging was that? Given Australia's internet, I don't even see how that was possible.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I had ADSL 2 plus, but it was TPG, so it was kind of.
Mm-hmm.
I had to ship my bitrate down to 1,800. For those of you that don't know, that's kind of pixely, and if you had to put it in numbers, it's like 120p or something.
Mm-hmm.
240p.
You know how yeah, 240p.
240, 160, yeah.
Like, right now, we're probably watching this at 720.
Yeah.
Yeah, like 240p, 30 frames a second. It's not
Like,
fun,
back
but
then, it wasn't about,
what
like,
you can do, you know?
it wasn't about how good the resolution was, it's just getting the bastard to run. Like,
Yeah.
Mm.
not a PowerPoint slideshow, you know, because, you know, I don't even think overseas was even streaming and stuff. So, you could
was-
just
yeah.
be high
Just
level.
gotta get in early. It's
Yeah.
pretty hard these days.
It's a
Yeah.
grind
Unless you
system.
unless
Like,
you
look
got
at
a pair of
Aiken.
these, you know.
I mean, it's not
You got
true.
no
Like,
chance, man.
Aiken's quite late to the game, and he's got a.
Well, that's the thing. He's got his own bit though. He's got down forward 2 electric, and people
Yeah.
bloody love seeing that. I don't know
Dude,
why.
and look, it's personality. I mean, given like Ravenboy streams as well, and dude, you have a great personality for streaming, in my opinion. But it's just hard in Australia because one,
The
like,
time zone is the
yeah,
worst.
one the time zone. 2 is like catching the next wave of whatever game is coming. I mean, it's very hard to be a popular streamer with fighting games as well, since that's niche.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just.
I think I just got to get Amy into streaming. Eh?
I think that'll help.
You know what I did once, right? I took a picture of Amy, like holding an
Oh,
arcade
my-
stick, and I just put it in the corner of my screen, like down here,
Yeah.
and I played like normal. I had my camera off, but it was a static picture. I
Uh-huh.
got the most views I've got in years. People fucking click in for the girl, man.
I watched that
swear.
recently. The archive.
Dude. I need
It's
to.
It
ridiculous.
was just Amy on her phone, right? Just a little
Yeah, it was Amy's looking down at her phone like,
Just people clicking it. Eh? That's the stream tech, mate.
Yeah, I need to start wearing a wig.
Madam.
I need to start wearing a wig.
Oh man, I've seen some stuff on Twitch. Hey, there's like this dude from America. He's like African American dude
Yeah.
who has, and it was funny because like he treat like there's a guy who streams from Perth. Like I watch some of his streams. Like he's just a funny Aussie bloke, and he's got a regular on there, and he's streaming over in America.
Mm.
And I went and looked on this guy's stream because he was like complaining about someone having more views than him. And I'm like, oh, I wonder what the guy like. Anyway, I tuned in. I just was like, lurking, and I tuned in, and I found this dude was like Black Mrs. Doubtfire. So this guy, he fucking like, I don't know, I don't know what it is, but he has two segments. There's like him being himself, playing games and shit, and then there's one where
that's great.
And there's one where he dresses up as like fucking the little wig, like driving Miss Daisy and shit, and he's fucking.
That's a great gimmick.
Voice playing COD and shit, and he was complaining about his alter ego. This old lady was getting more views than him,
Holy
and he's like,
shit!
I can't remember. It was like some weird old Marth or some old lady sounding name. And he was actually complaining about her because he's like, I only did it as a joke, but now I'm doing it because it's actually getting me more views, and I hate putting on the gear and shit. I had no idea, but it was pretty amazing. Like, there's some crazy stuff out there on Twitch. I just lost the plot watching that archive. I didn't even know the fella, but yeah.
Dude, since we're on the topic of streaming, I just want to take this quick questions before we get into them later from Battlecat Bunker. What would you be the best time, in your opinion, to stream if you could be up for any time?
For Tekken
Early
or
on.
in general?
Tekken is about 7 a.m.
Any game, I think it's 9 o'clock in the morning because that's when you get Europe, that's when you get America, and they're your two biggest
They're waking up,
demographics.
Yeah, 100%.
The problem with Australia though is no one's up to play online at those times.
Yeah.
So I think to put for example, Yiggs was first thing Alex in that first at 10. It was like 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
I got so many viewers, man.
Yeah, he had so many viewers, and like Fergus was in there. You got well, what's the go, and people coming in, and it was probably one of the most viewers Yiggs ever had, and it was just a random first at 10 in the morning.
Because I woke up on Discord and Alex is like, "Hey, on a first to 10," I'm like, I just brushed my teeth first, and it got like 80 bloody viewers at concurrent. It's crazy.
How about past midnight? Are those decent hours?
Yeah. So if you start hitting 3 o'clock in the morning, like Aiken does, and I've done it too sometimes with games, you start to get those spikes because your local viewers start to go to sleep, but your international viewers start to wake up and they watch you over breakfast and that.
Yeah.
They start they must tune into Twitch over brekkie, and I'll get randoms and they're like, oh, you're pretty good. Like, I was just in training mode at 3 o'clock in the morning stream. I had like 20 viewers, and they're just like, oh, you're pretty good with Raven, and 20 people watching me stream training mode at 3 in the morning. Got a few followers and stuff, but I've never seen those people ever again because they're just on a different time zone. But it's definitely a thing. Like Nintendo, when I do stream Nintendo games, because they don't have online, and if I'm playing campaign mode or one player modes or something, back when I didn't have a job, I'd try to aim early in the morning because.
Yep.
But then you're competing with people like Forsen and Arrows and that, so it's give and take.
I mean, to put things into perspective, you shouldn't stream just to get the numbers.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's a hard way.
You should be having fun. I know my streams get pretty salty, but I'm still having fun. I never go to bed angry or anything. But I think as long as you put in the hard work and you interact with your followers and your viewers and stuff, then you're gonna succeed. At least slowly, you're not gonna fall flat.
100%.
It's definitely a grind. It's
definitely a slow grind. I think everyone here is an example of that. Like you guys, Aiken, Alchemist.
The start's hard because it's you're streaming.
It definitely gets easier.
And you got one viewer, and you're like, hey, how you going? And then you realize it's just you.
But I think what's made it easy for the FTC guys is that because we have that community, so it's always helpful.
Yeah, we watch each other.
We all watch each other. We all watch each other. So it's been good to start here. It's been good.
I'm so happy when you hit affiliate because it's it's a milestone hitting affiliate status, and but
the period from affiliate to freaking partner, that's a huge gap, man. 75 viewers consistently.
You have to cheat, man.
You don't have to cheat. You just have to.
You have to get a girl in there.
I'll put it this way.
I'm not even kidding, man.
I remember when I started and I had affiliate status, and I'm like, why do I have to put my tax file number in? I'm never gonna get $1, and I'm averaging 4 viewers, 3 viewers. Now I'm
Mr.
can
Moneybags, man. You're on your second payout, aren't you?
No, like 6th or 7th now.
Seventh payout? Real
Yeah.
talk. I've only had 4, man. Like,
I've made a bit of like I don't have to pay for video games again. Like and like shout out to my viewers.
Wait. How did the payouts work? If you don't mind me asking, since it's a general thing for
you
everyone.
make $100. Make $100.
So every time you make $100, you get paid out.
No. It's every quarter, every 2 months.
Every $100. So what happens is, if you hit $100 on Twitch revenue, so that's bits, subs, not donations. Donations don't count.
Yeah,
That's
they're
been directly
PayPal.
through Twitch, and if you hit 100 from like, so let's say you start at 0, right? Your balance starts at 0, and then you hit like 100 before the last day of said month. Twitch goes, all right, you've hit 100. So let's say you reach $135 before the 30th of June, and they're like, all right, you've hit 100. So in 45 days, you get paid that amount. So the $135 gets paid 45 days later. So that'd be the 15th of August. You'd get that like into your PayPal or whatever account you've set up, and it starts again. So from the $136, you have to hit another at least 100. And so like if you hit $99 before, like, so for one of my payouts, it was like it ended up being really big because I'd hit like $96 before the end of the month, and they're like, oh no, you didn't hit 100, so they just carry it to the next
Roll
month.
it over, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I hit like another so many dollars, and then I got a nice juicy payout the next 45 day cycle. So that's why when you hit partner, it's like better because you start getting paid
Earlier
like on a monthly basis, and
yeah.
it's regular.
Right.
And then you also get like, you know, they push you and
They push you on front page, man.
but
Interesting.
But yeah, it's like, I mean, I can't quit my day job or anything.
Yeah, obviously, none
But
of
it's
us
nice
can.
to like, you
Yeah.
know, oh cool, I bought a new webcam just recently, and you know,
Yeah, dude, streaming's infinite. It's just fun, man. It's just fun. You gotta have fun with it.
I enjoyed like just, you know, it, like I said it before on stream, but for me it's like Tekken has always been a social thing. Like I'm not an online warrior or anything. I started out in the arcade, and it's more about like meeting up, playing games, watching other people play, and playing online and tag 2 and stuff was like I never did it. I always
Same
went to the
here.
arcade anyway.
Same here.
And so like now that I don't have that choice, I got to make something work. So streaming for me is sort of like that social aspect. So I play the game, I put on like, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I love it when I do something sick and I got people watching. I'm like, fuck yeah, like, oh, did you guys see that? And talk to the chat and they talk back. So it gives you that sort of social aspect that like you miss from arcade.
Yeah.
So like even if I wasn't get paid, I'd still probably do it. Like I just enjoy it.
Yeah.
I've never, like, I have played ranked matches, like without stream, but I reckon it'd be like less than 10 matches in total. Like, every time I play is
You gotta stream every time you play, yeah.
All right, guys. Dude, we could talk for ages, but we are past that 2-hour-and-a-half mark. 2 hours and 15, and I want to leave time for questions because I'm sure the chat has a few. But I'll start. Chat. Get your questions ready, and I'll go through them. But I'll start us off, which is a staple question for this podcast. I don't seem to be getting good answers because everyone's so like zen. But we'll see with you guys. Name your saltiest or the hardest loss you've had during your FGC tenure.
I can go first.
I already know my answer.
So Ravenboy had come back from Japan after his training, right? And like, I can't even remember who it was then. Fuck off. I can't even remember who it was, but someone had been stirring shit like, Ravenboy, you know, Yiggs like can't beat Ravenboy anymore, blah blah blah. And like, I had taken time off because it was tag 2. I hated that game. That game sucked.
Hey, what did I miss?
Like, someone set up a 1st to 10 between me and Ravenboy.
On this subject now.
Yeah, but like, I hadn't even been training. I hadn't been playing, but I thought I could take Ravenboy.
I quit the game.
He was playing Monster Hunter. I was playing. I think it was Ragnarok Online.
This salty moment connects to my salty moment. But keep going.
Yeah.
But like, I lost like 10-4 or 10-6.
It was 10-3. Oh, 10-4. 10-3 or 4.
It
was funny because like you tried to troll me by picking my own characters in game 1.
Like
3-0.
I didn't take it seriously, but like people had made posters and like
There's
people are
like a
talking it up.
poster of it's a famous poster. I always bring it up because I know Yiggs doesn't like because Yiggs didn't endorse it or anything. I think people just
It
stirring
was
the pot.
Marimo, it was Jason.
Yeah. So there's like this funny picture of like
It was like Ethiopian.
it's like
Ravenboy.
Ethiopian
What?
body with my head on it.
And my head's got some buff dude.
Yeah, some buffed old
UFC dude.
guy.
I think I might have seen that.
But
But like, I lost it, man, and I was like, I
someone
got
thought
pretty
like
salty. Yeah, like
the lead up to it was gonna be a blowout, at least 10-1 or 10-0 to Yiggs. Everyone thought Yiggs was gonna win. On the day, only Jason was in my corner. The whole Brisbane was on the other side. And as the first 10 progressed, people started coming to my side. Because I am the people. Like, I don't know. I like to think I'm the people's champ or something.
like. It wasn't really salt. It was just like, fuck, what a disappointment I am.
Like, they're trying to prove, like, this is the whole older players thing. Like, I think like, Shadow's involved and stuff too.
And I think that was really good for the scene.
Yeah, they were trying to prove something, and Yiggs was the guinea pig.
He was the underdog.
Mission-
Ravenboy was definitely the underdog.
It was mission failed because I won
mission
in
failed,
very
yeah,
convincing
whatever.
fashion. So like, and the funny thing was, as soon as I won that, Shadow called me out for a first of 10 to do what Yiggs couldn't, and then I ended up losing that 10-4. But like, no one cared. It was I don't know, but I felt good. It actually brought me out of retirement because I'd actually quit.
I'm glad it could do that at my expense.
Like, it made me remember why I played Tekken. But anyway, so Yiggs, did you finish your salty story?
Yeah.
Are you telling me about the laptop?
Oh yeah, well,
He threw
that
his laptop.
was bloody ages later. I think Ravenboy had come back from Japan again, and he was playing Lily, and it was one night I actually bloody took my laptop out to the arcades, hooked it up with the arcade machine, and streamed everything.
He's trying out,
Like,
he's trying to do Kuro Pro,
had,
streaming at the arcades.
This was after a breakup with my ex too, and like, he doesn't know that. No one, he shouldn't know that. But anyway, he blew my ass out, man. Like, with all these bloody snake edge hop kick.
Because like, I'm in Japan on Facebook. I'm on Facebook going, "Hey guys, I think I got better. I got Juggernaut rank and I got Yoshimitsu and I've started playing Lily." And he's like, "Man, you still suck. You fucking don't have Raven." And blah blah blah. And then I came back for Christmas holiday. And it was funny because he's like, "Man, use Yoshimitsu. You don't use Lily." And I go, "I'll tell you what. You beat my Lily and promote. You get to fight my Yoshimitsu." And I blew his ass out, and he had Scorpion go like in the background and shit. And it ended with Yiggs like full on chucking his laptop.
I didn't chuck it, okay?
Well, whatever.
I chucked it onto my bag because I knew it wouldn't break. But like, he thought I'd like, Sanford Kelly my arcade stick down.
It was pretty
Whatever.
cool.
Okay. I think another time I kicked an arcade stick and it bent the lever.
Oh, you broke it. Yeah, but anyway, like, you're running out of time here, Abby.
No, you got plenty of time. Keep going.
Alright.
I'm
Like,
generally
because there is no time limit. I just figured two and a half.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is gonna go for 6 hours then. Alright, so I got. Anyway, so my salty moment, it involves Scorpion, and I actually quit Tekken after it.
This is with Chia?
No, it wasn't because of Chia. So what happened was, during Tekken Tag 2, I'd actually gone. Oh, in my mind, I'd gone 2 and out because the only person I beat was some dude from South Australia I never heard of before, and I'd gone 2 and out, and it was that channel lost, and then like, I'm like, what am I doing here? I suck. I was pretty fucking salty. And then I went to the arcade, and I had I went to let's go to the arcade, and fight people, and I was like, I was always told mages, I think it was the same weekend when Shoto stole our set, so all these things were happening. I was really annoyed the whole weekend. So we'll go to arcade expecting, or Melbourne, Sydney going to be there. No one's there except for Brisbane guys. I ended up fucking playing Scorpion for a set. And I lost 17-0 or something, and I was fucking angry because I bombed out tournament and fucking lost the Scorpion. And I literally called him some probably mean things, and I pushed the machine on him. and it's probably the angriest I've ever been. And Nick always triggers it up as a joke. He goes, "Oh,
my leg still hurts, Ravenboy. My feet
he goes, I don't want to fight you, Ravenboy, in case you get angry and push the arcade." And like it's funny because everyone thinks of me like this nice guy and stuff. I was so angry, but like it was a wake up. It was a reality check to me, and my answer
Put it
was,
this way: when we're salty, it's more like an inward thing. It's like I
Yeah.
fucking put 12 years, 15 years into this shit, and I'm playing like this, and like I fucking hate myself at the moment.
And then
Yeah.
I was whinging about it to Jason, and then Jason, like he's like my best friend and stuff. He snapped at me because I said some mean things and stuff, and then like I had a sook about it, and I quit Tekken. I quit Tekken and went on a Monster Hunter binge. I literally did not show up at the arcade, didn't sign into PSN. I quit for like since OH10 till literally Yiggs the first to 10.
I brought him back, guys. I brought him
Yeah.
back.
So like I literally like isolated playing Monster Hunter Trial on the Wii U with my brothers, like twin brothers at the time, were living in the same building, just playing Monster Hunter every day and working. And then yeah, Jason one day messages me, goes, "Wait man, they're talking shit about you on Facebook." And I'm like, "Hey," and I like looked at it, and it's the fucking poster of like skinny Ravenboy and fucking muscly Yiggs, and there was like some joke about like Kage no bullshit or some shit because there's like 3 of me, like I'm a ninja, and it was supposed to be a blowout. I don't know what the fuck was going on, but I'm never backing down from a challenge. So I'm like, well, I gotta fucking fight the dude. And Jason goes, "Man, you gotta defend your arm." I'm like, "Yeah, man, I gotta do this." And then it was funny because like, leading up, they were like, "Oh, Yig's gonna smash Ravenboy," and then Yig started pulling out the option selects, like, "Oh, you know, man, I'm pretty rusty. I haven't played Tekken in a while."
I had quit, man. Like legit.
Yeah, who cares? But then,
Yeah.
like, Jason goes took a screenshot of my login and said hasn't logged in for like 8 months or some shit, and posted it on the chat, and he goes, "There, you got no excuse." And like, yeah, it was, and then
whatever.
I ended up winning, and then I like, yes, I can't start playing again after that. And then like, yeah, there's all salty moments, but yeah, that one was pretty bad.
Yeah,
I
we have.
actually quit Tekken.
We've all had salty moments. But
Nick,
That's why the game's so good, man. Like you get so salty, you still come back.
but it's just
Come back more.
passion. It's just passion. That's my
I
excuse.
think even if I lost the first to 10 and it was like close, I would have probably came to retirement anyway. It sort of reminded me like why I played the game in the first place, and it was just funny because like as the night progressed, people started losing faith in old Yiggs and coming over the Ravenboys world.
Oh well.
And then fucking Scorpion is like, "I always believed in you, Ravenboy. I never had a doubt." I was the only one on Ravenboy's side. And
Nick,
I never had a doubt.
Nick
Nick's a funny
changes
fella.
teams. Like, oh yeah, I always believed in Rek. Oh yeah, Jesse's gonna
Nick
fuck
is-
Rek up. I always thought Rek was gonna win. Oh
Alright.
man, how was that? That was this weekend, Abby. That was
good. We'll get into that. I want to save a podcast for them. So, but yeah.
yeah, all right.
Next, I got another question from Necromancy Black. What major thing would Brisbane Tekken really need to gain or start doing to improve, either competitively or just as a community?
I think people just gotta play more. I mean, like we have a lot of armchair wizards, like armchair fighters.
Backseat.
They talk a lot on the Discord. I mean, which is good. You got to discuss your fights, right? But if you're talking without fighting, then like you're not really getting anywhere. Hey, like you're not gonna suddenly get good by talking about getting good. You just got to play more. Got to show up to locals. You got to watch more, play more, talk less. That's always been the case, I think. There's no excuse because YouTube's so good. You got Twitch.
Oh, yeah, you young fellas got it easy nowadays.
Oh,
man.
dude, yeah,
It didn't
100%.
Back then, Tekken's though actually was the only place I could find the move list.
And people are assholes on
Game
there, man.
facts,
Like,
yeah. Hey guys, I'm learning Raven. Any tips? Yeah, go away, you scrub.
Yeah, I don't know about you guys. The Marduk forums were generally a nice place. You had a couple of elite.
Ling was really good,
Yeah,
but yeah, in general, it was
yeah,
pretty hard.
yeah.
I sort of
And I
try
had
to
them-
avoid it. Like I mean, it's great and it's a community thing, but I think my objectives don't align with the Raven Discord. Yeah, I think there's a lot of new fellas though, because it's the whole Master Raven versus Raven thing. So there's a whole lot of new people.
Yeah.
Like it's the best version of Raven, period, in a finalized version of the game. But there's a lot of people saying like, oh, she needs a 15 frame launcher. Oh, she needs, fucking, this needs to be safe. This needs to launch. And I'm just sitting here plus 10 years going, oh man, back in my day, You know, like you didn't have a bloody wall combo that took off 70% of your life and shit. I'm like I don't even, I'll just get a combo and I'll make a comeback and it's my staple, because Raven's wall combo is so huge. Like, never had that sort of damage potential before. So I'm loving, but yeah, all the new people sort of like, oh, Raven needs this and this, but like for me personally, with the whole, improving in Brisbane, I think it's just like my approach is a lot similar to how like I approach sport, like footy.
Mm-hmm.
Like you only get out what you put in.
That's very
You got to
true.
train. You got to do the drills. You can't learn grab breaking talking about it. You got to actually go and do it. You see people going, oh, JDCR does instant running too with Dragonor so easily. Like, how does he do it? Is there a trick? It's like, no, he fucking sat in training mode and fucking did it on a dummy probably thousands of billions of times. You've got to put in the work. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, like you see it in like for example, at Harlem, he's only relatively new, but he's he plays, and Stuckles, Dimmy,
They got
these guys.
6,000 win.
Yeah, the play count
bloody-
reflects the improvement. You gotta play.
Yeah.
You gotta play. It's a
Stuckles,
legacy
man.
game for a reason. You're only gonna get
What
that
a legend.
exposure. Go in there and get amongst it. Like us older fellas, we've been playing for years. We got that legacy skill. Like, if you count it up, I don't even want to know how much dollars I spent.
That was gonna be one of my questions. Like, do you think you
I
think
could
you
probably
could put?
put a house.
I was about to just ask that. I was legit just about to ask that. Do you
I
think
mean, you're talking about a guy who was overseas for 18 months and originally
Let me show
Hey,
you
hey,
guys something.
hey,
How
Pete-
much money I spent? Check this out. That is a stack of Tekken
banner passes.
cards, banner passes.
You've
that I've
kept them
used up.
all. Oh my
Yeah,
god,
man.
dude.
It's $5 each too.
Crazy, man. They're
And
$5
then each
each.
replacement,
500 games each. That's how much I've played,
and that's it.
Like, and that's almost all linked.
But
I
see,
have like one.
the thing is that correct me if I'm wrong. That just counts wins. It doesn't count losses.
Yeah, wins. So
Yeah,
wins
wins.
and losses take the play count down. So if you got 500 wins,
Oh, okay, yeah, okay. Yeah, but dude, Ravenboy, you're cheating. It's cheaper to play in Japan, so.
oh yeah, I'm just getting more games,
yeah, yeah.
So, but yeah, like the frequency, and the thing with Tekken Net and stuff, it's kind of annoying because like you just look at your losses and go times that by the number of dollars, and you can figure out how much you've spent. So it's like $2,
Yeah.
like very loss, and then that's
And I think maybe that's why the new kids are a bit soft because they don't have to pay shit for the games, man.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's a once-off $50, but like, if you lost in arcades, that was you're walking home or you're having dinner. Or
yeah. If you lost 30 times in the arcade, that's 30 times $2. You just lost $60 for the day,
you're done there. You're
Yeah.
done.
and you get like
You're eating
you
canteen.
get
Granted, I will say most of our Tekken sessions were at $1. Like, it's only a rare.
oh
Yeah,
Tekken
yeah. It was only at rare moments where the game might have just come out that it was at $2. But yeah,
Wow.
I could easily.
Tekken
Oh, no.
$1.
Brisbane was.
Brisbane, yeah.
I think Tekken 7 is still $2.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Tekken 5 was the last Tekken that was $1, and then after that it was $2.
What
and
is
then
it? Tekken 6, Tekken Tag 2, it wasn't $1 for you guys?
No.
Wow, holy hell. Dude,
like,
that.
I had strats because like this is what I think I'm almost like I got all the ghetto texts. But it's like in Tekken 6 when it first came out, I didn't have a job, and I had like a allowance. I used to get like $50 worth of tokens because you get the bonus token. It was like
Yeah.
you get like let's say
50, and then you get extra 4 tokens or something.
was a token $1 or was it 2 tokens per dollar? Something
2
like
tokens per dollar.
yeah. So I'll get like the way it worked out is if you spent $50 on tokens, you got another $15 worth free of tokens, and it'd just be a bunch of fucking this worthless token shit. I put it all in my backpack, and I just hang around the machine. And Tekken 6 was new, and they have like, and what I was doing was, every time someone went to pay like $2 to play the game, I go, hey man, here's 4 tokens. Can I have your $2? They give me the $2. I give them the tokens. They play the game. They get to play the game, and I'll get my cash, and I'd wait till I get another $50, and I'll get $15 worth of free games.
Oh, Lord.
Get the $50, put them into the fucking token display. Like, there's a bit of give or take. Like,
Yeah.
I was maximizing my fucking.
That was heaps of cheapy struts, man.
And then people caught on. People caught on and were like, "Hey man, I'm spending a lot of money on this game." So it only lasted for a couple of months, but I was like, yeah.
Do you remember
Maybe
those
back in
free
too.
game coupons in the Courier Mail? It was a
Oh,
magazine.
Jason had, yeah, it was like a
Yeah.
catalog or something. Jason
Catalog. So
in the
we'd go
mail.
to the parking lot and grab like 50 catalogs, just pull out that one little coupon thing, and just cash in some free games. And bloody, yeah. Catfish
but-
had a good strat too.
Time
It was-
Zone didn't have the free game thing, because of Tekken Net.
No, not anymore. Yeah.
So I actually used my free game in Street Fighter 4, and that's how I started learning to play that.
Same actually. That's how I played Guile.
Because you couldn't use it on Tekken. So we had like a Time Zone had like that old premium membership. Like you spent like $1,000 at Time Zone, you become a platinum member or some shit. But you gave you like 2 free games a day, and that like it was funny because like all the Brisbane lads had platinum memberships because we've been there for yonks, and then we guys spent on Dragon Punch and shit, like punching the boxing bag or playing the hammer game, and everyone's Scorpion like, oh, I'm the strongest, and everyone go use their free games on Whack-A-Mole and whatever. So
That's how you get better.
Yeah.
Like, you just got to invest something, Invest your heart, man.
gotta
Invest your time.
play.
I hope your question got answered, Necro. Second one from Daitoka. How long do you see yourselves playing Tekken?
Probably forever. In some sense, like I'll probably never stop playing. Like if they took out Ling, yeah, I'd stop playing. But I don't know. As long as they release good content, I'll be around. This game's given me so much. Like it's got to pay you respect, man. Like
100%.
but you guys lost your man. You still play the game.
Yeah,
Great game.
I try to find a way to make it work.
Well, I think I got hit harder than than Ravenboy, but yeah. Because what, you still had Yoshi to a degree. Were you playing him?
I couldn't. I used him as a tag partner. Oh, there's another salty moment. So that was Raven's tag partner. I don't ever play Yoshimitsu in tag 2. And when they announced Yoshimitsu, I'm like, finally, I got a guy that I know how to play. And I was losing the first stands. Like, it made me realize that I don't actually know how to play Yoshimitsu 1v1. Just a support role. So I actually think I learned Yoshimitsu in 7. But he ended up being my main, but then I found out, like, he's hard work. Yoshimitsu's hard work. You gotta 2-bar Yoshi it. Shout out to 2-bar Yoshi. But you gotta sell your soul. It's like Ling. It's like you gotta sell your soul to the character.
You gotta. If you
And
try to play,
I wasn't ready to make that jump until Raven was confirmed dead.
Look. It's like you said. I lost my mains, but the community is too great for me to like not be
Exactly.
a part in some capacity. So I just had to fucking strut it out with Gigas and Josie.
Yeah.
But yeah. Next question. Question for. Oh yeah. You go on before I go on with the next
I
question.
mean, like I'd never thought I'd be getting married and inviting these dudes over. That's how we are, like
yeah.
it's nuts.
Dude, yeah.
This
So-
game just never stops giving.
Yeah, some
Never.
of my best friends are from the Tekken scene.
That's what I mean. It's like it's the whole sport fire thing. Like
Yeah.
some of my greatest friends are like from footy, and then some of my greatest friends are from Tekken.
Mm.
And,
You
like,
bond through the war, man.
and if I stop playing Tekken, there's got to be something else. So until I'm dead, I'll probably still be playing Tekken, and if not, then it has to be something on par. Like if the boys all stop playing Tekken and start doing something else, and I guess that's what I'll be
Tetris 99, man. I'm telling you.
doing. Tetris 99 is
I didn't
pretty.
even know.
Tetris 99 is fucking.
I don't even know how that game works. I don't know how you can play
I have
Tetris
no
in
idea.
battle royal capacity, but
You
I
gotta
guess
get into it, Abby.
Alright,
Legit.
It's actually pretty deep. I looked up some videos and like, holy shit, I'm so bad.
And that T-spin. Yeah.
Yeah.
all right. Question for Ravenboy: what is your favorite dinosaur?
Whose question is that?
I forget who. I think it's Temflap. Temflap.
Who has my favorite dinosaur?
Yeah. What is your favorite
Oh.
dinosaur?
Be probably Yoshi, man. Is that a
Cop-out answer, man. I think he was fishing for Mudabarasaurus.
Matabarosaurus? Is Ted Plus a Melbourne dude or something?
Yeah, he is.
I don't know the context.
I don't know. I think you wanted a legit answer. What is your favorite
dinosaur?
what's
Okay,
your favorite dinosaur? Just answer it.
Well, as a kid, I don't even know. Like, this is weird because like you're probably expecting like what the fuck. But I've actually got a legit thought out answer for
Well,
you.
all right, let's hear it.
All right, so when Jurassic Park came out, you know, the whole scene of the raptors and shit and the T-Rex. There's like two things in that movie that stand: the Velociraptor and the Tyrannosaurus Rex. And after Jurassic Park came out as a kid, like I thought Velociraptors were fucking cool as, and I used to run around chasing my younger brothers, pretend to be a Velociraptor, and full on do the whole. And you know, yeah, like chasing around the fucking under the house and shit. Like fucking. And like it's funny because like.
Clever girl.
Nah, that's new stuff. That wasn't around '95 or whatever. But like, because like this is Jurassic Park, man. When I was a kid, I'm not running around 30-year-old Ravenboy going like around the office or some shit. But like, I used to run around chasing my brothers, and it's funny because like that was a thing. Like no one would know that. Only my brothers would know that. But it's funny because like you know the movie Step Brothers.
Yep.
With Will Ferrell and fucking the other bloke, and the dad. Like, he goes like, oh, you know, I want, you know, the dad's like some hard ass on him. But there's like a scene in the movie that fucking connected to me. And it's fucking random and weird that I remember this. But like, he goes, son, Derek, I've always been hard on you, but you've inspired me, son. You've inspired me that you can chase your dreams and become whatever you want. And then he goes, I wanted to be a dinosaur all my life. And my dad told me I couldn't. So... because I'm gonna be a fucking dinosaur, and he started doing the fucking. I thought it was the most random scene, but then I'm like, is this guy the director watching me or some shit? Like, it was weird. So I reckon other kids or something must have done it too.
So answer is Velociraptor. Holy hell.
So, yeah, the answer is Velociraptor. Yeah, that's probably my favorite dinosaur.
Question from Rec. Who would you guys call out if you could? Or anyone that you guys want to call out?
In Tekken or?
I guess so.
Well, we actually thought this question might pop up.
Mm-hmm.
So we talked about it. Like, you want me to say it? Or anyway,
Yeah,
like
you
there
go.
was a podcast that stood out to me recently. It's not recent anymore. It's about 5 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
But a certain someone came onto this podcast and said that I think Tekken players are having a free ride, and I think that they are waiting for a certain someone from other fighting games to come in. You know, we've been in a little bubble.
Ooh, this is great. This is great. This is great.
Things that people don't know.
This is great.
And I think that certain someone has learnt the hard way that you know, Tekken's not just a.
It's not something you can just
it's
rock
not
up.
NRS. Let's just say it's not an NRS game, mate. It's like,
come on, man.
we've got a third dimension, mate. We're playing 3D chess. Like, like I fucking picked up Street Fighter 4 in like 3 weeks. What a easy game. Like,
Option selects, man. Zoning.
Was so like, you know,
He'd be gabbing his set though, man.
Blax is a cool guy.
Yeah, I love Baxter.
When I heard him say that, I'm
Yeah,
like,
dude, I was cracking up on this podcast. I was like, you, dude.
And like, look,
You
like,
ignorant boy.
Yeah.
I feel like I understand where he's coming from
Mm-hmm.
because it's true. He had a set with Gab. He did win, but I think Gab thought it was like a training set. So when I watched the set, because Gab recorded and put it on YouTube. And you watch Gab playing, he's like spamming forward 3 over and over again until Baxter learns. And then, you know, Baxter's going 100%. Gab's probably playing one hand to just, you know, helping him learn. And he won the set like, it was like Gab was using Kazumi and Geese Howard and Baxter won the set. But it was like, I'm like, I don't care if you beat Gab unless it was his Claudio, man. And like, he did fight the Claudio and he won some games too. But like, it was cool. Like, anyone who plays Tekken would understand, like, it was like a
Can't
teaching
just rock
game.
up, man.
Yeah.
You know, Tekken players can turn on an on switch and just super
Yeah,
saiyan.
100%. 100%.
It's like, oh, you know how to block this string? All right, let's see you deal with this, and then 50 orbitals and shit. You know, like so, like he had some false starters. So you know, fair enough. He thought
The thing is, I want to see him succeed, though. Like,
Oh man, it's
Imagine
exciting.
having Baxter on our side, man.
Like, and it's true. Like, I love that shit. Like, I'd never been involved in the Marvel scene, but when I heard the story of Arnold, holy
yeah,
fuck,
bloody
that
hell.
was
Oh yeah,
amazing.
dude.
The
Yeah.
whole origin story of Arnold is like, it's like fucking anime. It's like,
Some Samoan playing with his brothers.
yeah,
Like,
he's playing on Xbox controller too, and I'm like, who is this guy? Why is everyone so hype? And then some dude's like, oh man, they only found out about this dude like 3 weeks before OHN, and like he was on a forum and he said, hey guys, I want to fight some dude. And you know, it happens. Like, some living room warrior comes on to the forums and goes, oh, I'm the best player in my town. I could beat anyone. But then this guy was actually legit, and he beat everyone in Sydney.
Yep.
And they're like, you got to come to this major. And then the dude he won the whole thing, right? He won. He didn't even sandbag. He won the whole thing. He'd actually like invented
the
what was it,
Morrigan,
the Morrigan maze or whatever. Like, he invented, like, it got discovered elsewhere, but he introduced that to Australia and discovered it, and like, it was amazing. Like, I had no connection to Marvel whatsoever, but like, I appreciate that story and stuff. Like, that was crazy. So like, Baxter called out Australian and then done it. Like, that's one thing, but then actually doing it is like,
Yeah. See, like I'm with Yiggs. Like, I would love for him to succeed. The more people on the Tekken bandwagon, the better. But to put us on blast like that, like
Yeah.
like our game is easy. Like, you can just
Yeah.
pick it up and nah, mate. Nah, mate. Nah, mate, dude. This is coming from someone who, like, Tekken's my main game first and foremost, always. But I dabble in other games, and I'm like, Tekken level of difficulty is like on its own level.
it's like I mean, like, I like, I don't know, people always joke about, oh, Smash Bros isn't a fighting game, but like, Smash Bros to me is like a legacy game. Like, it would be like me going up to fucking Smash Bros City and going, I think you guys have been in a bubble of safety and never had a good player from another fighting game come up and tear it up. And you know, so you know, I'm going to be number one. You're
Get
like,
fucked. No way.
yeah, no way. I'm not that stupid.
Yeah. So
that was both our answer. So.
all right.
Yeah.
Baxter, what's up? Where you at?
Sorry, Baxter, man.
Oh, by the way, deadline to be number one in Queensland. It's the statement was September 19th or something. So that's actually March 19th. So you still got until the end of March to become the best in Queensland. So if you do that, then maybe people will take you seriously when you say you're going to be the best Australian a year. But time's ticking, mate. 5th place is your peak, and you know, me and
hey, 5th place is pretty good though.
5th place is pretty good considering, like, you know, I wasn't there and Jub wasn't there and a few other boys weren't there, but you know,
I was there.
I think he thought he was going up, but that was like, he peaked on the first one, went down, and then, like, you know, he's got Dragon Ball fighters and that to worry about. But I think he's realised that, you know, it's a bit hard. It's steeper lift than he thought. I remember watching, because I wasn't at the tournament, I watched him fight Yiggs, and he legit stopped playing and asked Yiggs tips mid-tournament set. And I'm like, what are you doing, mate?
It was that much of an ass
He's
blast.
probably asking, what's that move when you get really low? None of my mids hit. I thought mids hit crouching.
It's called Destiny, man. It's called Destiny.
Here's one from another person in the chat. Who's the funniest person in the Brisbane Tekken community?
Oh, that's easy. Me.
I mean, Nick's pretty funny. Nick's pretty funny.
The thing is, you're laughing
Like,
at. You're laughing
all
at-
around, yeah. You're laughing at Ravenboy.
Oh, nah.
I don't know. We're all pretty funny.
All right, if I
We all have
can't
our
pick
moments.
me, I would pick Scorpion. So
Yeah, Scorpion's
it's
pretty
probably
funny.
Scorpion.
Scorpion has made me on.
Just
Come
his
on,
delivery
on-
is so good.
Scorpion has put me on death's door at the moment. So, oh, Jesus Christ.
It's like, I still remember, like, one of my favorite moments to this date is at OHN. And it's pretty funny because it was like me, Nick, Jason, and Chi. We all sat in a hotel room together, and Jason, you know, because Date and Chi, they had their room, and me and Nick shared a room. And holy shit, I don't even know what we were talking about, but we were laughing so hard. It was the day before OHN. We were laughing so hard till about 4 a.m. I don't know. I don't think Jason and Chi got any sleep. But it was, you know how you laugh so hard that you feel like you're going to break your ribs and you can't breathe? And we just, like, literally laughing about... Look at him in the chat. He knows what I'm talking about. And if you asked us what we were talking about, we could not tell you, but holy shit. Like, it was probably, like, the first time I'd bonded with Nick, like, because outside of playing Tekken and stuff, but like,
He's a very secretive guy. You gotta know.
yeah.
Like, we
But
don't know what he does.
I don't know, we're just talking so much shit, and it's like we're about to go to sleep, and then you go, "Hey Nick," and then you say one word, and we just start busting out laughing. And no one would ever get the joke. Like, I don't even know what the joke was. I remember the theme of the joke, but like it's without context. Like I don't even know what we were laughing at. It was just, and then I remember Jace was like asking us more. Was like, "Wait, man, what was so funny?" And like, "Nah, Jace, you had to be there." Like,
Yeah, it's one of those moments.
yeah, and we just laughed. We didn't get any sleep. I don't think, like maybe 2 hours or something.
Yiggs, I got a question for you in chat, and I'm gonna add 2 onto it. Yup has asked what lever are you using right now, and to add on to that, I was just how many sticks in total do you have, and which one's your go-to?
Right now I'm using custom. It's all custom now. Show you. So I got this guy. That's my go-to, my driver, daily driver. This one is a Chinese lever. It's based on Japanese handle. I actually got these off the production line the other day. So I was gonna send Alchemist a sample. So what it is some Chinese guy has copied the JLF, the Japanese stick, but he made this part out of Teflon. It's like, you know what Teflon is, yeah? It's one of those non-stick pans.
Yeah.
And it slips and slides a lot better than the rubber one, the one that comes with the original stick. So this one, it feels a lot better than the JLF, in my opinion. So, like, I'll send you one too, Abby, because,
Cheers.
I want to get your opinion. So, but yeah, that's what I'm using. It's a modified spring as well. I got a 2.5 pound spring in there. The buttons are Korean buttons. They're the Crown 202s with like Cherry MX switches in there. So that's what I use. And like I've messed around with every combination ever. Like I've tried Korean. It's not for me. With this stick as well. You can actually change it to a Korean grommet. So if that's your fancy, you can do that as well. So very versatile. As to how many sticks I have,
You're banned from buying more sticks, aren't you?
yeah, I'm banned, man. Like I'm getting married in April, and I'm moving to Amy's house.
That's
And
when
she
you know.
said I gotta sell all my stuff. I managed to convince her into letting me like keep 3 of them. They're in the room right now. So I got my daily driver. I got this one. It's a pretty classic Felix stick. And then I got one that I made recently. It's like the gaudiest piece of thing ever, but like I love it, man. It's the white
that looks nice.
the white e-top stick.
Yeah, that looks nice.
Yeah. But after I sell all my shit, it's I'm gonna get an arcade cabinet because that's a loophole, man. Like I sell all my sticks, I'm gonna buy a arcade cabinet. So yeah.
Just one question to add on to that. If someone wants to mess around, most people like have only ever tried the 1 or 2 standard stock stick. If someone wants to try a different stick or lever, what do you recommend? Like what route they go? Or depending on the person?
Depends on who you use, really. Like if you're using Mishimas, I say try out Korean. I know it's not for everyone because the circle gate's pretty shit. I don't like it.
Takes used to
But
get.
I think the first step you should do, you don't even buy a new one. Just buy a thing of grease. Because you clean out your stick, you grease out your stick as well. It just changes your game completely, man. Like, legit. Like, it's called, it's a Japanese brand. It's called Shinetsu. Shinetsu. It's a subsidiary of Honda, and they make grease for cars and stuff. But,
Dude, get me on that tag. I'd love to try that out.
Yeah. As for what you should, I reckon the big 2 is probably
Try before you buy, man.
Yeah, try before you buy.
Okay.
I mean, get to know the people in your scene. There's going to be like 100 different
configurations. Just I could use it. Like
yeah, ask first.
Yeah.
Like if you're from Brisbane, you can ask me. If I go to a major, definitely ask me. Like, but the Chinese one's good.
Yep.
Chinese ones, I give my stamp of approval. That's what I'm using in all my sticks at the moment. But I've messed around with Seimitsu. I don't like it that much. there's too much throw. But yeah, I reckon just stick to JLF or go Korean.
Yeah.
Korean, you got that bloody $1,000 lever. You know, the golden lever. It's like 124 USD. It's ridiculous. But if you have the money, then why not? One other thing that you should try before you buy anything else, you should change the spring in your lever, because that actually changes a lot. Because it changes how fast the stick goes back to neutral, how fast it actuates and all that as well. Yeah, that's what I would do anyway. I mean, I'm an ambassador for China. I'm marrying a bloody chink, right? But like, you gotta get in there, man.
You see Nick's comment? He goes,
Those Chinese parts.
That's awesome.
China number one.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, man.
A few more questions. One from I think it was George Knightley. So Yiggs again. Would you inspire your kids to take up tennis with the anime Prince of what? Would you inspire your kids to take up tennis with the anime Prince of Tennis? And can I be their coach?
I mean, I don't like ball sports as much as contact sports. So if I have a son, they're doing some kind of kung fu or boxing or something. And if they were to play ball sports, I put them in basketball.
Soccer,
if they were
man.
tall, soccer. Yeah, soccer,
Soccer's a
basketball,
good one.
rugby, mate.
Teaches you fundamentals of
Rugger.
like getting into space and stuff. Netball's another good one. I mean, it's not a man's game, but netball is a good sport for teaching fundamentals.
Yeah, I mean, if you start doing martial arts, you can be their sifu and all that. But yeah. Oh, okay. I just read something in the chat about like magenta lever. That's pretty good, but the production value on that is not up to scratch yet, and the magnet kind of blew up during a tournament, so I probably wouldn't use that until they iron that out. It's like a magnet-based stick. There's no switches or anything. It's all electronic, all digital. So it's pretty interesting, but it costs a lot. And if it's going to blow up during tournament, maybe not. But I guess you could be my son's coach if they ever play tennis. But like bloody private lessons is like $70 an hour. You better be doing it for free.
Yeah. Tekken lessons. I mean, tennis lessons aren't cheap. I used to play. One more question from chat, unless we got any more else. Just feel free to tag me. Outside of Tekken and games, what are your favorite hobbies? This is for both of you.
You can go first.
I like drawing. I do some drawing and stuff.
You guys have seen this guy's drawings, man. They're pretty good, pretty funny.
Yeah, it's like I used to do a lot of drawing, but not as much anymore. So like sometimes I just have an itch and I'll draw something. So I just randomly draw. And play games, I guess. I don't mind going on the XL, but that's probably because of work. Getting like on that. I think I told the story on my stream, but there's like a whole XL Zaibatsu out there.
Talk about your shortcuts and stuff, man.
Yeah, so like I met a senior. What's Catfish's title?
Senior moderator.
Yeah, I met one of those, but for the XL Zaibatsu. Gave me his little card. There's a whole hidden world out there of XL tech, but yeah, that was interesting. But yeah, not so much anymore. But I guess Tekken is the hobby, isn't it?
Yeah, gotta be.
Nintendo. I still like Nintendo.
I have one more question. This will give time for people to come up with their last.
What's your hobby, Yiggs? Making sticks.
Yeah, making sticks.
Losing.
Yeah. I made a ring box actually. You know how I'm getting married.
Yeah, that was.
I made this.
That's pretty cool.
Wedding rings in there, so
Sick. Nice.
yeah.
Isn't it like what's it called? Some engineering where like flips.
Oh no,
up?
that was the engineering. That was the engagement. But
yeah,
I spend most of my time doing arcade sticks and do a bit of music, play a bit of guitar, do a bit of singing, mate.
I've never seen you play a guitar.
Since you're not a girl, man.
You play
I
chords.
play guitar for you.
Probably learn like a G chord and go.
Yeah, G, A minor, D,
Dang,
C.
dang.
What are you gonna do?
Dang, dang, dang,
Not
dang.
bloody,
dang.
Jimi Hendrix or anything. But
Dang, yeah, I can play the triangle.
It's pretty good.
I'm pretty good at the triangle.
Yeah. I mean, I used to do martial arts, but not
Serenade
anymore.
Teresa when she comes over the triangle. Ding, ding, ding. In G minor.
All right, I got one
I've never
question
seen you play guitar.
from Alchemist. How do you think rest will influence Queensland scene,
Ooh,
and whom do you
okay.
think will profit the most?
So we picked him up the other night, the other day actually. I had 2 games with him. The score was 2-1. Like you can't. He was jet lagging, but I think he's a very good player, but he's not untouchable. Like he's not knee and I think all of us will benefit in a way because shit rolls downhill, right? Like I think I'll at least pick up a little something off him. I know Nick will level up a lot. Ravenboy, all the older blokes will probably level up a lot from him. It's only because that kind of iron sharpens iron sort of thing. You're not losing, but you're still able to learn, and you're not. I don't know. He's not good enough that you can't learn off him. Mm-hmm. So if we get better, the younger kids will get better, and so on and so forth. I guess. So I think the person that'll get the most out of him, I don't know. Everyone's pretty busy, man. Like I wouldn't get to play that much anymore, so we'll see. I think if he goes online, everyone's gonna bet him.
I played him like over 10 games. I didn't win a single game.
That
was with Raven. No, and it was against he's Horong. His main Horong.
I played his Devil Jin.
Juicy won a game. Juicy won a game. The way I see it is like he's like Marimo. He knows his character inside and out. He plays all the characters very well. Yeah. Like he beat Yiggs with Devil Jin. He beat Ben with Steve Fox. He beat me with Josie.
He beat Bimani with Brian.
Oh no! Yeah, I think maybe that was the Steve Fox, and then Brian for Ben. But like it's like Marimo, but better. I want to say better.
But Korean and solid,
Yeah, like he was doing things that I remembered from when I was fighting JDCR. So like, for example, when I play Raven, I like to whiff quarter circle forward 4 a bit. It's like it's a move that looks similar to Asuka's back 3. You know the backflip kick back 3.
Yeah.
Asuka. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So with Raven, I like to fish with quarter circle forward 4 because you don't want to get blocked. It's minus 14 on block. It's def on block against certain characters. So you want to fish with it. You want to wish. You want to space it. He knew the range. He already knew that I was looking for it, and then he whiff punished the shit out of me for doing it once. And he trained with Go Attack, so he knew Raven inside and out. Like I didn't have an answer. I have to change the way I play to even get rounds on him. So like for me, it's like you said. Like the older, more experienced players will learn. There's definitely no one in Brisbane that plays like him. So it's gonna be like an experience for me at least. Like I'm gonna learn how to develop a play style to beat like a very solid defensive player, but also who knows how to hit you. Like he does orbital heal and stuff. Like how I ate my own shit pretty much. He orbitaled me. He orbitaled me.
He messaged me today actually. He said he wants to improve his English, so he's going to be streaming a little bit. Mm-hmm. So hopefully I'll be helping him out with that, and maybe have him guesting, and then maybe
we'll chuck him online.
Rack up his confidence.
Is he coming to
His English is pretty good. Not sure.
He's going to the next Couch Warriors on this weekend, so he's already registered and signed up. So that'll be his first tournament. But yeah, like we'll see how he goes. Like he's here to, obviously you didn't come here for taking a game for other things.
Yeah, obviously, yeah.
But it was like 10 o'clock or 9 o'clock the other day, and we were going to show him around town after dinner, and like, can we go to the game center? I kind of want to play. And I think he's just trying to scope things out. So
yeah,
I want to get him to ban. I don't know about this Brisbane team 5v5 thing, but like he's definitely here to play as well. Like he hasn't got a job yet. He's looking. He's got 2 or 3 weeks just to mess around and like see Australia,
and then he has to get down to business.
Kind of knuckle down. He's looking for factory work. So that's Yeah, well, we'll see. I want to learn off him because I think I've kind of peaked. Like I'm not getting any better. Just
You need that
playing.
exposure, and you
Yeah,
need
definitely.
you know, and at least we'll get it offline too. Like, I mean, Brisbane always talks about like we're online, and we don't care about offline and shit, but we do care about offline.
Yeah.
We do care about the hand, but we don't have a BKB or anything, but we do have sets offline and stuff.
All right,
It's a
guys.
secret.
It's been a great podcast. Officially the longest one, 3 hours and still running.
Oh, it's ending.
Yeah.
Can we keep going?
We'll get you.
You and me, Ravenboy.
Hey, let's play.
Yiggs cast, man. Yiggs cast.
We'll get you on. We'll get you on again. This has definitely been one of my favorites.
Nick at night.
Nick at night.
It's been a good. It's been a good one. I just don't know how keen people are for listening to like a 4-hour podcast.
Oh man, they're the best.
Yeah.
Nah, that's all right. Like, I'll save stories for next time. I'll run out of things to talk about, but I got.
No, you won't, man. We got.
Sorry, Ten Flaps. All right, fine. Just for you, I'll quickly ask that question. Even
That'll be about dinosaur. What's your favorite dinosaur?
Relevant as fuck. If you had a chance to eat any type of stinky cheese, what would it be? Also, would the feet-smelling craft cheese make it in? Aimed at all three of us. What?
Feet smelling craft cheese.
I personally don't eat any cheese apart from what's put on pizza and cheddar, so I don't think I could qualify for anything like that.
I
like that apricot cheese is good. You know that cheese with the apricot
That's a
in
fruit,
it?
mate. That's a fruit.
No. It's got bits of apricot inside.
Apricot
I don't know. My fiance got.
Do they milk
really
that cheese from the apricot tree? Do they, or
Could be. I don't know, man. Like,
farmer goes out and squeezes a few apricots out to get the cheese?
there's this shit that's called quince or something, man. My girlfriend, my fiance got heaps into high tea, so she's been buying all this high end cheese shit. But it's good, man. I like it. I don't mind blue cheese. I remember my dad bought blue cheese. It was really expensive, man. And I chucked it out because I'm like, Dad, this thing is like rotten, eh? Like, it smells like shit. Get it out of here.
All right, boys. Let's give shout-outs before we head off. Yiggs, you want to give some shout-outs?
Shout-outs to bloody Brisbane Tekken, eh? Holding it down all these years. Shout-outs to Melbourne Tekken. Shout-outs to International Tekken. Shout-outs to bloody Sydney Tekken. Like, I know we've had our quarrels in the past. Bloody Yusuf hates me, then he loves me, then he fucking me. Now he kind of nothings me, but whatever, man. Like, it's all about love. It's all about Tekken. I think shout-outs to bloody Brisbane Tekken in particular. Like, you guys have held it down for all these years. And shout-outs to bloody Tekken in general. Harada bringing out Julia in the next week or something.
Fuck that character.
For that, yeah. Forward 1, bloody 11 frame, neg 2 plus 4 on hit. Oh, so good. But yeah, that's my shout out. Shout outs to bloody Twitch for giving me all that money. Shout outs to all my followers and subscribers.
Where can the people follow you if they want to?
It's twitch.tv/yiggs, twitter.com/yiggs, youtube.com/yiggs. I got the holy trinity now because, like, yeah.
Nice. I'm still trying to score the beast on Twitter. It's not happening.
Yeah.
All right. Ravenboy, shout outs.
Oh, shout outs to Baxter. Like, the best.
I think Gigs covered. Like, Australian Tekken. People say that we're shit and stuff, but
we're pretty good.
Right.
Well, I think we're all right.
Dion says it. He's like, we're not that far behind. Like, people talk what we are, but America's got like Jimmy J, we got Navid. If you look at it a tier based thing per population or
per capita, man.
Yeah, per capita. Well, yeah, it's like we're not far behind. I want to give a shout out to the party, Logan. He's like Yiggs' #1 fan, I guess. I don't know. I want to give a special shout out to Stuckles. Mate,
bloody hell.
Mate, you were nobody before Tekken 7, and I didn't even know who you were until you beat Yiggs in the Tekken World Tour online. Yeah, you came out of nowhere. You
what
couldn't work. Now you're winning online tournaments, and you're only like Like everyone talks about Dan Banner, but like he's the best in New Zealand and whatnot. But like Stuckles is from Sydney.
That's your own opinion. I love
Oh,
Dan, but like I think Core's still top. Cornova.
oh yeah, I don't know. Look,
Yeah.
I don't know the New Zealand law.
Yeah. Sorry to
I'm
derail
thinking
you.
like
No
young
disrespect,
fellas.
Dan. No disrespect.
But like, like Stuckles is young too. The guy's like 19 or 18 or something. And Demi and all that. Like South Australia's
Yeah, they're holding it
young
down.
guns, man. I mean, I'm gonna be 40 and dead, tired and stuff. These guys are gonna be me today, and they're already better than me when I was 18 and stuff. So I'm thinking like the future of Australian Tekken is looking really good. You got like Harlem as well. He's new bloke in Brisbane. I mean, he was the highest rank in Brisbane online and stuff, and the guy plays non-stop. And I'm sure like there's young guns in Melbourne and like
Yeah,
Kajeski,
dude.
man.
They're like what I love about Tekken 7 is brought out the young guns
Oh,
in
yeah.
every state. In every state.
Everyone's hungry, and I love it because the old men they're getting a little wreck as well. Shouts to wreck.
Yeah. Most
I mean,
improved, man. Most improved MVP.
Like, I mean, like last time I played wreck, I didn't play wreck like when he came down, but like I beat him in OHN and whatnot. It was like a first or two, and he was still learning, and he's come a long way. I remember meeting him at YSB, and him and his brother. Shouts to Jin Laden. But like,
Rest in
Aren't they the
peace.
same dude?
hey,
Aren't they the same dude?
No.
No, Jin
That's his
Laden.
brother. That's his brother.
Yeah, that's his brother. I think it's because I thought they were twins. He's having a go at me. And yeah, so like these young fellas, man, they're keeping us old fellas on the toes. But time's on their side. They got the right mindset, the right approach, and like it makes me know that when I retire and stuff, that they'll be holding the fort down pretty well.
Yeah, it's in good hands, man. Everyone's in good hands.
So I mean, America's got like guys like Shadow 20Z and his brother and stuff. But, we're not looking too bad ourselves.
Alright, where can the people follow you, my dude?
No, I don't really use Twitter. But you can follow me on Ravenboy RH on Twitter. I've got a YouTube, which is literally like an archive or a graveyard for my videos, and then Twitch is probably the best place to find me.
Yeah.
Ravenboy on Twitch, like that's where I am. I've got a new job now, so I didn't stream recently because I was in classroom training for this new job. I started my roster now. I'm going to probably announce it, but I can't actually make BAM this year, unfortunately. I didn't make it last year. I won't be able to make it this year as well. My roster's all determined for the next 52 weeks of the 2019, so I can't make BAM, unfortunately. But, if you guys are thinking about going BAM and you want endorsement, BAM, any major is great. Going. The community's friendly, so, have a go. I'd be going if I wasn't working that weekend.
Yeah, bloody have a go.
Yeah, and don't be afraid of losing. Like,
Yeah.
I told you the story of me, like, going 2 and out and pushing the machine on Nick. Everyone.
And make sure Lazy Day doesn't hog all the.
Yeah, make sure, like, you're not bloody. Go and fight different people. And if you are one of those guys who wants the first to 40 someone, bloody let everyone else have a go.
Yeah.
I ended up playing Jason one BAM because,
That's sad, man.
yeah, I got a good set with Alchemist, actually. Alchemist, and shout out to Alchemist, he came over and said, hey, you want to play? So, like, he gave me a good long set. It was like maybe 30 games or something, but it was fun. Like, and that's part of the major, casuals and getting a bit of a taste of that like exotic Tekken from across the state border and stuff. But yeah, like what else was I talking about?
Shoutouts.
Oh yeah, so yeah, Twitch, I'm gonna start streaming, and like I've got like actual shift work now, so I've got days off and then days on. So on my days off, I'll probably stream regularly, and then there'll be like 4-day blocks where I can't stream. But I feel the viewers are like, "Where are you?" And like, "Oh, 2 days in a row." But yeah, I'll be back on regularly again. So yeah, I'll see you on Twitch if you want to chase me up for anything.
Yeah. I think we got a few things in the works, like a few tournaments, like I'll do a yiggs cup or something. But we'll bring it back. We'll bring something back. Yeah. Until then.
All right. Thanks. Yeah. Go.
Please have us back on the podcast. This is really fun.
No, 100%. Like it
I was
was.
actually really nervous, and then when you said that economics thing, I'm like, oh. I wasn't sure. And then you got to sign a waiver. I'm thinking,
Just
I'm like, do I need to wear business clothes?
Just so people know, like when when I get guests on the podcast, I give them a 411. What's up? I told Ravenboy to like come in with the economic standard of Brisbane and what's been happening during the fucking
like,
employment rate. The
I know he's
fucking just because I'm like, yeah, but and he actually thought I was serious and he was stressing, but no.
I was a little bit.
Oh, yiggs, what does GDP mean?
But it's all good. Nah, dude, it was great. This has been like one of the better podcasts. They're all great, but this one to be my favorite. Would love to have you on again. Yeah. Next one is actually tomorrow, so please tune into that one.
Damn, Marie, tomorrow.
Yeah.
We're gonna have us back on tomorrow.
I'm working tomorrow, have you?
Yeah.
Different
exactly.
guests. Yeah, different.
You know what? I got a request though. You got to get Nick and Yusef on at the same time.
On the same podcast. I don't think
One
the
day.
podcast could handle
Not
that.
even
But
possible.
I'll
You don't
try.
have enough bandwidth, man.
Yeah, I'll try. I'll try and have them on. I can't promise together, but yeah, I would love to.
You
have
gotta
both
just
those
trick
guys
them
on.
like, oh, I got Alchemist and Yusef on, and you gotta tell Nick I got Yiggs, you.
I'll get Nick on general. He's got too many stories to not tell. But yeah, all right, we're finishing up, guys. Thanks again for being on the podcast. This has been number 22, Yiggs and Ravenboy, OGs of the Queensland scene. Thank you very much for being on. Would love to have you on
Pleasure.
again.
Yeah, it's our pleasure.
All right, we'll catch you on the next Beastcast. Laters.
Stay Yiggs.